What's up, people? What's going on? We got no other than Big Boss in the building. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, man. Share the video, hit the like button, do all that. Comment on the video. Big Boss is running a little late today. What's going on?
Oh yeah, you know what it is. Shit, you gotta wait for greatness. Shit, when you go to a concert, we ain't been to one in a while, but when you go to a concert or a show, shit, the main attraction, the main rapper don't come out. Jay-Z don't come out right away. So you gonna wait. You gonna wait for Big Boss. You gonna wait for Big Boss. That's what it is. But Big Boss is here from Oakland, California. Now we here.
Hey,
now it's a party.
I see you got your Christmas lights up, man.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's about that season, man. It's that tricking time.
I got your boy
Yes,
Cam.
sir.
Cam was down there in Brazil with you. Did Cam roll with you? Cam B?
I didn't hook up. Cam B, I didn't hook up with bro. He was down there at the same time?
I don't know. I thought he might have been on y'all trip. I don't know. Robert Brazil was out there with you, though, right?
Exactly. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Robert Brazil. You know, that's my road dog anyway.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
He the one that put me on game on how to do it, save a few bucks flying to a different airport. We'll get into that.
Right. Yeah, that's Robert Brazil, man. You know what? He lived like the next neighborhood across from me. Not across, but like behind my neighborhood, like about 2 miles away, man. Ain't that crazy?
You know, he down there right now. All this stuff in the background. You know,
he's still down there? He's still down there?
He comes back. What's the date? He comes back October 6th. October 6th, 7th.
Yeah.
So he come back in a couple of days.
All right. Oh, he's trying to advertise.
Look at that. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him. He hustling. Usually I delete them shit. Usually I delete them shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I might need to.
You know that, though. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He might think I'm promoting his service. I don't know who he is. You know?
I ain't been on your show. I ain't did a show with you in a minute. Especially since you
man, you don't fuck with Rotate no more, man. That's fucked up, man. You don't fuck with Rotate, man. See how you do your boy, man. He take all these trips.
I want to try to catch the Rona, man. I'm going to try to catch it, man. I had to give you 50 feet, man. Social distance.
Right. We good now. Your president got the coronavirus. Speaking of your president.
You right. He do. And the guy's been going in on me all day on my chat.
Is that a hoax?
No, you know what, though? You know, before we get into that, you know what I'm saying? You know, Big Boss, you know I'm a conspiracy theorist. My very first video with you wasn't even on no travel shit. It was on conspiracy shit. Now I ain't doing it raw right now, man. I'm gonna get back on it though. I'm gonna get back on the raw. You know what, bro? For me, not because I'm just caping for Trump, right? Not because that. I find it hard to believe this man really got the Rona, bro. Because this is why, right? He has best of the best of everything. They had the war game this situation because the highest level he is. They had the war game this. They had to see it down the line. All these kind of precautions. Anybody around his vicinity, doubly checked out, doubly verified, vetted. You know, it's very interesting. He announces the Rona on October 1st. What's the chances you just get something on the 1st of the month outside of a paycheck, outside of a check? How come it wasn't like the 15th or the 18th or the 23rd? Exactly on October 1st, I have Rona. October surprise. You know what I'm saying?
I hear
Because,
you.
and then he been saying, you know, whether it works or not, right? Then he been saying for the longest, as a precaution, he be on that hydroxychloroquine shit, like frontline doctors take, right? Even though funny, nobody want to give him his props, but even frontline doctors take the hydroxy shit like small doses daily as a preventative. If they know they're going to be in close contact with patients, doctors take the hydroxy as a preventative. Trump been doing that since day one. Them doctors ain't got sick with the ones that been taking hydroxy. He been taking hydroxy as preventative. He already got the highest clearance of the land. They already keep him safe and secure. Now all of a sudden on the first, he has Rona. I just find it hard. I think it's something behind it, bro. I think it's a tactic. I
Maybe
think it's a
so.
tactic.
Yeah, you
Whatever.
sweating over there, man.
That's my thinking. That's my thinking. Whatever. Big boss crazy. Okay. I just think it's a tactic, bro. Now all the timing. Now all of a sudden, exactly October 1st, 30-something day before the election, now he announced he got it. Okay.
All right, one last thing about Trump, and we'll get off that because I know everybody. We ain't talking about no Trump tonight. What do you think about the debate? Did you think
He's
he
talking
won
about
that debate?
Brazil.
Did you think he won that debate?
Of course. Of
You think
course.
so?
Yeah, of course. Like most of the country. I think even his haters who are honest have to say he won it, but how did he win it? You know, he won it by being Trump, by being a bully. I mean, keep it real. Because you know me, I'm real, right? He won it by being Trump, by being a bull, by being a bully, by over talking, by interrupting, by clowning. Uh, but don't sit here and say he did not win. The only thing, two things I didn't like about
He
that
won
debate.
the electoral vote. He didn't win
Look at that.
the popular vote.
Was that what you know what? That's what it's always going to be with him, unfortunately, because his attitude and his personality is hard to swallow. Nobody's really going to like him per se. You're not going to like him. You know what I'm saying? So he's never really going to win no popular nothing. His personality is just too much. It's beyond. You're not going to like him. But I would say real fast before we get off of it, the two things I didn't like about Trump, right? My criticism, he got off race way too quick when the moderator was asking about race. He immediately started talking about law and order and police. Come on, bro, answer the question about race. The racism is this. He got off that hella quick. He pivoted hella quick. They talking about race, and he started talking about police, law and order. I didn't like that. And then, of course, the big one, right? The big one. Will you denounce? Will you denounce white supremacy, racism, and tell them to stand down and all this shit? And he said, "Stand back and stand by." You know that was weak.
Stand back and
Yeah, that was weak. What was that?
man, you know that's who really got help pushed him in the office in the first place. All
Right,
them
right.
white
And you
supremacists.
know what? So he gonna get on Biden, rightly so, for not criticizing the Antifa. He never calls them out. He give them a pass. But then they said, okay, why don't you call out the white supremacists? Call them out. And then you know he fumbled. He fumbled that. Who you talking about? Who you want me to name? Give me your name. Proud Boys. Proud Boys. Stand back. Stand by. Uh, he should have just came out. I don't fuck with you. You get it? White supremacist. I do not fuck with you. I don't want your vote. I don't need your vote. I'm stronger than your vote. I don't need white supremacists. I don't fuck with racism. It's not about that. It's about red, white, and blue and green. Not about black and white. I don't want your fucking vote. I'm the boss. I'm Trump. I do what I do. I've been in here for 4 years. You saw what I did. You saw the economy before Rona. You saw the opportunity zones. You saw the First Step Act. You know what I'm about. So I don't need to fuck with white supremacists. None of that shit. White supremacists, black supremacists, no supremacists. So he should have just came like that. He needs to have Big Boss as his advisor.
Right, he needs somebody behind him. See, Kanye West ain't fucking with him. Kanye probably done left him alone and shit. But anyhow, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all like the video. I see most of y'all did so far. And go ahead and share the video in the WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups. Let's try to get the boss show to 100. Boss said he don't even talk unless he get 100 people in here. You know what I'm saying?
What it is, man? It's boss for me. It's boss business over here, man. I come on the show late. I come on the show late with my Christmas lights and my coffee or my tea.
That's your boy right there.
Zeke.
Shout out to the
God,
Poopy
man.
God.
That's right.
Hey, on the real though, he is the Puta guy for real though.
No, for real. And the footage king. I still give him the credit as being the footage king.
For real though, man. I
No,
ain't never
for real.
seen nobody. I mean, even the parties. Even though I ain't been to none of his parties yet, but I heard about his parties. You been
Man,
to one of
ain't
his
no
parties?
party like a Zeke party because a Zeke party don't quit.
Hey, but nah, he is the Puta guy for real though. He, hey, if you want to
Hey,
find out
real
is your
fast.
girl a Punta, if you want to find out is she a Punta,
Send it to Zeke.
send it to Zeke. He'll do a
Most
fact
hey,
check.
hey, 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 check it. He most likely already got her what's her name in the phone. You say, this your chick?
Right.
I remember about Zeke one time, a couple years, 2, 3 years ago. That Negro blew my phone up. He was sending me so much footage. He literally shut
Oh
my
man.
phone down.
Yo, he made me go and get a new phone one
Right,
time. For
right.
real talk.
No cap, no cap.
No
Show
cap,
Zeke,
for
he
real,
blew my
man.
phone up.
I had one of them little older phones, man. I think I had
He had
man,
an
what
Obama
was
phone.
it? A note,
No, you didn't.
one of them damn notes. I had to upgrade to $1,000 phone to handle his fucking videos, man.
Crazy, epic.
But
But
shout out to him, man. He won't come on the show, man. I don't know why, man.
hey, man, some people move in silence. That's all right.
Nah, he ain't moving
Passport
no damn
action. That's
silence.
what's up.
He in the West Side group. That ain't
But
passport
it ain't
action in the
all on
building.
YouTube though. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
everybody see this. You famous, Rich.
Yeah, I
Rich
ain't
and you
famous.
got 1 million followers. Damn, I'm sweating. Damn.
I wish I had 1 million followers. So what's going on, man? You done snuck off to San Paulo and
Man, I just
Rio,
snuck
man.
off, man. I got a little bit left of the Rio Has, the Reds, 50 Reds. Yeah, I just snuck off, man. This is what their money look like, man. The Rio Has.
All right,
What you call it?
so for
Hey,
those that don't know, it's the hay ice, right?
hey,
So how much is 50 hay ice really worth?
Now
What
it's
can you get? What
$10.
can you
So,
get for 50 hay ice? Damn, you don't forgot
a
the
taxi
value.
ride. You can get a
Huh?
lot. You can get a taxi ride. You can get a meal. You really ain't getting no chica though. You ain't getting no mango for 50, but you can get it for 100, a 90. If you go to Villa Mimosa, you can get it
Oh,
for the
okay,
low. But yeah,
okay,
real fast when we unpack that early in the year, this is my second time. I was on your show, I guess back in February when I
yeah.
came back from Brazil in January. I went right before the Rona shit, right before the world ended. When I went in January this year, 2020, when I went in January, it was 4-1. So basically, 400 Hayites was 100 US, or 4 Hayites was $1. It's 4-1. Now it's 5-1. It's really like 5.3. So now 500 Hayites is 100. So we winning. But
Right.
always, especially for the chica action, for the mango action, for the mahers, they always what? Adjust. They always adjust. Just like DR Sasua, the chicas always adjust. So, it is what it is. So it's on us to kind of, beat them back down. Like, nope, this is what it is.
Right.
No,
So
Poppy, no,
how that
Poppy,
sound?
that's no money. That's no money, Poppy. That's no money, Poppy. You cheap. You cheapy. You cheapy. That's no money.
They were saying that out there?
Oh, no. But I was having flashbacks to Sasua.
Do they do that out there or what though?
Not really, no. They a whole lot more mannered than Sasu is something else. DR something else. That island, well, I love it. Love it and hate it, No, they're
Right.
a lot more classy out there with it. But at the end of the day, it's the same shit. At the end of the
Right.
day, they gonna push a line. What I noticed on this trip, now mind you, people been there going 50,000 years, right? This is only my second trip. Second trip, and Big Boss is on the big old channel talk about my second trip. Okay, I get it. But my experience. This trip, more chicks, not a lot, more chicks are starting to quote USD.
Mm.
I almost had, to my memory, I almost had no chicks quote USD back in January. No chicks quoted it, if I can remember. This trip, a couple. Not a lot, not even half, but a couple. So I don't know if that's a trend. You know what it is, These hoes is evolving, man. These hoes is evolving all over the world.
Man, you don't got your AC on out there. I know you out there in Oakland.
I know, right? Shit, you know we got fires out here, bro.
Yeah, I
Um,
heard. I heard this. Somebody said LA on fire. LA on fire?
probably. I know up north is hella on fire though. We come outside, it's now you really have to wear a mask because we be having all kind of shit in the air. Sometimes the air be like almost red. I remember last week the whole sky was like red, like my Christmas light red. The sky
Right.
was like that in the daytime. I'm like, wow, we on Mars,
So
so it's
man,
crazy out here.
let's talk about Sao Paulo, man. And I know you said you figured out a way to save money on the flight. You want to address that first and then talk about Sao Paulo?
Oh yeah, it goes hand in hand. So like I said, when I went my first trip number one in January, I did the regular thing like everybody do, right? Fly right into Rio. The big one in Rio, GIG. GIG airport right into Rio. That ticket was about $1,000. Now I didn't book it like hella much in advance, but it was a little bit in advance. I want to say at least about a month in advance, but we're talking January, so I probably did it around December, November. I can't remember. Because I mean I came back from Thailand in November. I heard of and booked Brazil in December and went in January. That ticket was almost $1,000. It was $970 to fly to Rio. This time going to Sao Paulo, $460, my nigga. It went from $970 to $460, $500, less than half. But here's the thing, right? Sao Paulo is not Rio. So you fly into the country in Sao Paulo, you still got to get to Rio. So they got like in country, they have like little smaller airlines that do in country flights. Like the main one is LATAM, 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 and they got others, but the big one is LATAM. LATAM got flights that go back and forth from Rio to Sao Paulo, sometimes for as cheap as $18, $24, $36. I did it at the last freaking minute, and my shit kind of hit kind of high for them. My shit was 125. One way too, not even both ways. The reason was because it's like this, right? So I fly into Sao Paulo. Now we're gonna get into this too. Sao Paulo is lit, bro. Sao Paulo is lit. Sao Paulo is not Rio, but Sao Paulo is lit. So my thing was, I didn't know I'm saying my trip was 8 days. It was 8 days. I didn't know how many days Sao Paulo, how many days Rio. First, I was gonna do like 2 or 3 Sao Paulo, 4, 5 Rio. But it ended up being, you know what? I didn't want to risk it. I did mostly Rio. So I did 1 day Sao Paulo, 7 Rio. Hey, and I kind of bit myself in the ass because that one night in Sao Paulo was lit, bro. And I felt the way the very next day I'm going to Rio. I'm like, damn, I'm leaving the party. I didn't even know Sao Paulo was that lit. I should
Right.
have followed my first mind. I should have stayed. What I would have did now going back, I would have did Sao Paulo 3 days, and I would have did Rio 5, 3 and 5, or at least 2 and 6. Nigga, I did one Sao Paulo. I shouldn't have did that. Sao Paulo was lit, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
there ain't enough time.
But you know what? Shout out to all the brothers like me who take short trips and can't be nowhere for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Man, I gotta make every day count, bro. So I don't be wanting to take no chances. Like it was a 50-50. I didn't know how Sao Paulo was gonna be. I hear what people say, but then again, that's how I got caught with Colombia, Medellin, listening to other people, right?
So you
Listening to
didn't
others.
like Medellin. You just had some bad experiences out there, man.
Yeah, I guess that's what they say. So I didn't want to risk it. So I said, I should have gave it 2 days. But so now, so the travel hack. And if you want to go to Brazil, it's best to, instead of booking Rio, just go through Sao Paulo. The airport code is GRU. Just fly to GRU. It'll knock your ticket in half. Because a lot of people don't know that. The average person, I'm just gonna go to Rio. They was yeah, go fly your ass to Rio, $1,000 to fly to Rio. Go to Sao Paulo, 400, 500.
I
Then
mean,
if you
next
book
time
it
I go
early,
to Brazil, I'm definitely gonna take that route you
Sao
did.
Paulo.
Right.
Sao Paulo. So go to Sao Paulo. And then here's the one. You get 2 cities. And don't do like me. Stay a couple of days in Sao Paulo. And that way you get two cities. You fly into Sao Paulo, you cut your ticket in half, you kick it in Sao Paulo for a couple of days, then catch that cheap little in-country flight to Rio. Boom. But Sao Paulo is dope. So the thing about Sao Paulo, right, is it's a big giant metro city. And that's another thing, right? So I ain't gonna lie, I was having flashbacks of Medellin. Yeah, New York. Yeah, that's about right. Because Sao Paulo, it was just lackluster. So the thing about Sao Paulo is a big metro city. There's no beaches. There's none of that. Kind of like Medellin, kind of like any big metro city, and it's huge. They said I was talking to some locals there, right, who speak English. They was running it down. They said Sao Paulo have 30 million people. Rio
Hey,
has about seven to nine, not even 10. They said it had like 7 or 8 million people. Sao Paulo got 30 million.
yeah,
Huge. It's so huge. Sections of the city, not the state, sections of the city is like its own little region. That's how big Sao Paulo is. And the main thing in Sao Paulo is casas, termas, clinicas, packed all in the cut, man. That shit was crazy, man. Nick, every 5 feet was a fucking casa. They had casas and termas packed everywhere, bro. It's ridiculous. So
right,
I
right.
hung out with a crew, some guys who were already down there. One guy in my group, and one of my groups had guys that he knew that was down there, gave me their info. We link up. I get in the Uber, go to where they at. I'm looking on my phone. I'm right at the place. All I'm looking around, it's nighttime. All I see is like apartments, like nice apartments, residential. I said, man, ain't nothing here. He said, no, you're in the right place. I said, how? He said, just get out the car. I'm looking right at you. I get out the car. He comes out from behind the gate of these nice apartments. But at the bottom part of the apartments is like a little lounge type place. And it had a little seal on the wall. And inside was a whole ass casa. I said, God damn. This shit is mafioso right here, boy. They got
So,
honeycomb
so
hideout.
Sao Paulo is the prices like just in general? Are they cheaper than Rio or what?
Yes, yes. So that's also so in general, the prices are going to be cheaper. One reason is obviously it gets tourists, right? Like I mean, it gets tourists, but let's be real, it don't get the regular generic blue pill tourists like Rio. Rio gets all the limelight. It's all in the news. It's all in TV. It's all in the movies. Blame it on Rio. Rio, the beach. Rio gets all the spotlight. But Sao Paulo is actually like a hidden gem. And mostly the travelers that go there are the travelers that's up on game. The average blue pill dude is not gonna know. Da 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 da. He's just gonna go to Rio. He's just gonna go to Rio. But the motherfucking traveler monger who knows some shit or networking with people, they know to go to Sao Paulo. So it's not a whole lot of tourists in Sao Paulo. Therefore, the prices are lower. It's mostly geared towards the locals. So being that on average, and I was saying everybody poor, being on average, the locals ain't gonna have the same kind of money we got. The prices, the economy is set for them. It's not set for us. And so when we go there with our American bucks, whoo, we blowing up the market.
Right.
Well, not blowing up the market, overpaying. So to answer your question, yes, in Sao Paulo, the prices are cheaper. The
Which
price,
one y'all like, chat? Brazil or Colombia? Put it in the chat now. Let me know which one. If you like another country, put that country. I want chat participation. But Big Boss said he ain't fucking with Colombia.
yeah, I know you're not asking me that. As many
But you
conversations
gotta
we've
try
had.
Cartagena though, you know.
No,
Cartagena.
yeah, right, right, for real. Matter of fact, Cartagena and Bogota. I still want to hit Bogota. I want to hit Cartagena. Eventually, I want to do Cali, Barranquilla, all the shit. You know,
Cartagena
I
is
know,
it's more laid out. Like
right,
you know, it's more relaxed like Sasua.
right,
You
right.
know,
Yeah, I mean,
everything is laid out for you, you know.
Big Boss is a shit talker, right? I know Colombia is not just Medellin. I know
Right.
that. And Colombia is not Medellin. Colombia is Bogota. It's Cartagena. It's Barranquilla. It's Cali. I get that. So
Big
when I
country.
go back,
Country.
huh?
I say, yeah, Colombia is a big country, man. You
Right,
got a
right.
lot of cities you can hit, you know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly.
You got
So
a lot of small cities in Colombia too.
right, in the
So,
cut. Exactly. And it vice versa, just like with DR. DR is not just only Sasua, right?
yeah,
I
that's right.
mean, or Santo Domingo or Santiago. It's Boca Chica, it's La Vega, it's San Francisco, it's Punta Cana, it's Cabarete. So I get that. I mean, I get that. But my thing was normally 99%, not to be playing words, not to be funny, When we talk in Colombia, mostly we talking Medellin. We talking Medi. So I'm good with the Medi.
The first time I went to Medi, man, I had a good time, but it wasn't all that. I'm gonna admit. But the more you go and the more you start learning the city, then it's
Yes,
easier
baby.
because it's like you say, Sao Paulo is like it's like a New York. So the
Yeah,
first time you go to New
exactly.
York, man, you soaking it in, but you got to figure out how to move around this stuff.
Exactly. It ain't Sasu. And so on some real shit, right? I'm gonna tell you, when I did Medi, it was my third trip. Period. It was my only third trip. My first two trips was both DR. Sasua Halloween, Sasua Super Bowl. Number 3, Medellin. So I'm going to Medellin fresh off 2 Sasua trips.
Right.
While they walking up in the, and this is before they fucked everything up and pushed everything up the Envy, right? So they walking in front of Bourbon Street. They up in Classicos. The Mangos is all on the beach. They all at Rumbas. They at the casino on a late night. You step outside, you walk down the street, you getting accosted. Poppy, let me come with you. You want a massage? You want a massage? Freaky. You want a massage? So I'm used to all that. I go to Medellin, nigga.
Crickets.
Go down the city. Okay, I'm trying to get it popping. I'm on the apps. I'm getting
But
maybe
you
because
didn't really go with a whole crew either. You just went kind of
oh
solo,
yeah, I
right?
went solo bolo. You know, boss, I went solo bolo. That
Right.
too. Solo bolo. I'm just out. Boss man. I'm a
Right.
bull man.
But
So
to me, man, it's always better to go with a little crew the first time.
yes,
But
yes.
then once you know exactly where to go, and then the next time, solo will be good. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they probably do. Like I said, I was only there one day, bro. I was only there one day. So the spots I went to was cool, but I believe it because it's a big city. It's super big, like 30 million people. It's a big city. So I'm sure they got, you know what I'm saying, classes for all tastes of people. You know what I'm saying? But I was only there for one day, so I didn't get to unpack it. And you know me, shit. I wouldn't be going to the most expensive place anyway. I'm cheapy. So shit, that's like garlic to a vampire. That's the cross. That's UV sunlight.
right,
You hit me with high prices. I'm going the other way anyway. But
you
yeah,
you weren't doing that all that negotiating.
yeah, but you know what? Here's my thing. It's all about vibe, right? Now let's be real. Guys say all that shit, but let's be real. You negotiate a chick down 50%, half or whatever. Do you honest? Come on. I mean,
Yeah, you
everybody
only
know
get
I'm
half
real.
the service.
You already know I'm real. But can you be real? Can your audience be real? Do you think you're gonna get the same service? You don't think she's not a robot, she's a human being, she's a person. She gonna feel a way. She gonna feel a way. You just talked to her that in her mind, she wrong, but in her mind, you robbed her. In her mind, you getting over. You just took half her money away. Do you
But
really think you're
some
gonna
of
get
them
the
throw
same
you
service?
that because they know you're gonna bring them down a little bit.
True,
You
right?
know.
Haggling. That we get to haggling. Right. So I mean, it is that. It is that. So that's why I don't put hella overemphasis on you're gonna negotiate anyway, just because you're not gonna go with the first thing. You're not. I don't care who you is. Even if it's low, sometimes you might want to get it lower. I mean, you're not gonna go with the first thing. But I'm saying, let's be real here. If you talk her down hella much, do you think you're gonna get the same exact service? So now
Nah,
you're paying. Now you're paying for a robot. Now you're paying for a starfish. But niggas say a lot of shit though. The niggas just bump their mouth and yap. So it is what it is. I don't worry about niggas. When boss do his trips, I do my trips, and I move the way I move. But
so
yeah,
did you fly back out of Sao Paulo or you flew out of Rio?
no, the hell no.
You had to go back to Sao Paulo?
Yeah, because I did a round trip. So the one way was that little in country shit. But my round trip, my original round trip, leaving out of Cali, San Francisco, SFO was round trip. So I had a round trip from Frisco to Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
SFO to GRU was a round trip, 465 round trip. So yeah, yes, I flew back out Sao Paulo. But so what that meant, like in real life, was now in Sao Paulo, a quick in-country flight, Sao Paulo to Rio, and then Rio back to Sao Paulo, then back out. Yeah, I know, a whole lot of moving parts, right? Right. Yeah. Exactly. Even if it's perfect, still, why not? Why
Just a
not?
little bit. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. A little
And
bit
why
off
not?
the top, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? If you cut, come on now, if you cut her too deep, she gonna feel away. You're gonna give up something. So with that being said, too, so now real fast with the Rio airports, I didn't know this. Shout out again to Robert Brazil. Robert Brazil is the one that put me on game. Other people probably knew this. I didn't know it. And Robert Brazil was the first one to tell me. There's 2 airports in Rio. So you have the regular one that everybody go to, the GIG Rio, but you also have SDU. I forget the name. You know, it's a full ass name, but the code is SDU. And actually, SDU is closer to Copacabana Beach. That GIG, if you look on the map, and I did, if you look on the map, the GIG is about half hour, 30 minutes away. Not a long time, right? But a lot of time with traffic, that ain't no 30 minutes. That's down there an hour, 45 minutes an hour. That GIG is further north. GIG is about 30, 40 minutes away. SDU is about 10, 15 minutes away. So, and it's cheaper. So here it is. It's another plug. So fly into Sao Paulo, GRU, and when you go to Rio, don't go to GIG Rio, go to SDU Rio. GRU to SDU. SDU is actually
So you
closer
saying
to
it's a little
Canada,
cheaper?
and it's cheap. And it's cheaper.
I heard it was a smaller airport, so they might have less flights.
Well, exactly. So it's cheaper. I didn't even know that because I was juiced that I saved $500, $970 to $465 to go to Sao Paulo. So from Sao Paulo, I was gonna go to the GIG. Then Rob said, no, boss, don't even go to GIG. You do know Rio got 2 airports. I said, no, yeah, they got a small airport called SDU. Book it to SDU. So I looked it up first, right? Bam, it was closer and cheaper. So shout out. So yeah, so flying to Sao Paulo, GRU, and then whatever, and do how many days in Sao Paulo. Then when you're ready to step it up to Rio, do SDU, GRU to SDU, and then repeat the process to fly back out. Real talk.
All right. Let me try to screen share some of your. You want to do the pictures or the videos first?
Whatever you want to do, it's your show, man.
All right. Let me to all the people. I think it's 117 in the chat. If you forgot to hit the like button, go ahead and smash the like button for me, man. That way more people can see the video. Appreciate that. Shout out to Mattress Time, man. Appreciate you, brother. Get it in, big boss.
I was just about to say, what's up, man? Ain't nobody dropping no coin, man. I literally was about to say it, and when I finished my cup of coffee. That's what's up. Mattress Time. Get the money up.
Hey, get the stacks up. Shout out to Mattress Time, man. This brother out of Atlanta. If y'all need a mattress, make sure y'all hit me up. I got a video on his business in Atlanta. Good brother. So y'all check that out, or either contact me and I'll give you his number. Shout out to Lopes. Appreciate that donation, my brother. Got any questions or anything? Just post it up. So all right, I'm gonna start showing some of your videos, man. You know, I had to delete a lot of them pictures you sent me, man. You trying to get off YouTube, man.
I plead the fifth, man. What you talking about?
Hey, you gonna have me in YouTube jail, man.
Huh?
I said, you gonna have me in YouTube jail. You know, I was already in YouTube.
It's for entertainment, it's educational purposes, man. And
right. I was in YouTube jail before, so I ain't trying to go
behind
back.
Me?
Nah, not behind you, but you know, just in the past. They kept me off YouTube. I think it was 90 days and shit. Oh. That was a long time ago though, but it's all good. Let me roll the motherfucking tape. So I'm gonna put on some videos. I'll put on some videos, man. Let me do this again. Hold on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know some of them you got music playing and shit.
Oh, I do. Yeah. Can you just like take the sound out? Because someone probably talking bullshit. You know, you ain't gotta listen to my bullshit. In my apartment.
Oh, that's another. Oh, look at that. Yeah,
look at that,
man. I'm with you.
So, So about this, so crazy story. That OG right there.
He said no.
Shout out to Robert Brazil. He hooked me up with bro. Right, he's the apartment manager. Those was apartments. It wasn't even a hotel. It was apartment. The apartment manager. I probably should have put him on blast like this. He's like a connect, bro. He's like a you have for real. He was calling over chicas, bro. That shit was crazy.
Oh, he was calling them up for you?
Yeah, man. He said, "Hey, man, I got a girl for you." I said, "Wow."
The apartment manager.
I probably had the apartment. It was what it was, man. That was my apartment for like 6 days, 7 days. You know, all hella narrow and shit, but it was what it was. 50 a night, $50 a night. Huh?
That little ass baby. Nah, look.
Hey, man.
You got a queen and a little one, so I know you was using both of them.
Hey, man, it was what it was, man. It was what it was.
So what poster was this near?
What so what now?
What poster was you near? Like 5, 4, 1, 2?
I don't know. So that right there,
You was on the end by Mabs and all that? Because you know Mavs is like by two.
Okay, yeah. You talking about what poster was on? What the hell is you talking code?
Poster is like the section. You know where they had the numbers. So Mavs over there by Mavs is like in between 1 and 2.
Oh, so you telling me something? I just got back there. I don't trip like that. Yeah, so actually I was basically walking distance to Mavs. Mavs was like 4 blocks down to the left. And I was like literally 1 block from the beach.
So I was by like 3 then.
Yeah. So like going that way, I'm like 1 block. I'm literally 1 block from the beach, going up to the beach, and then 4 blocks to Mavs.
All right, how much was that spot a night right there?
50 a night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was there for 6 nights, so I just gave him 300. It came to whatever it was in the Hayites, and I just shot him 300. And I did exchange some money at the airport. You know how airport shit is, so I don't do a whole lot. And so I just shot him 300 cash, which he was happy for, USD. And I did it
because he got over on that. He won on that.
Oh yeah, it's all good, man. You know, he was on his phone trying to hook up chicas. That shit was manny, bro. But yeah, that was a little spotty spot.
Did you link with some of them? The ones he had or what?
Only one. And that was a crazy experience. So we can get into that story whenever you want to get. Whatever I'm saying.
You go ahead. Tell me about this chica.
You want that story right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Little boys and girls, listen to me. Listen to the BIG. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I'm saying something. Okay, so check it out, bro.
The price.
Literally.
Okay. Yeah, say we need safe. Tell them we need safe, but we have.
Yeah, we have a safe, bro.
It's a good place.
Oh, you didn't have no safe?
Hell no, because it's an apartment. It's not a hotel. It's an apartment. It's like a regular apartment. But damn,
you can put a safe in there.
I know, right? I got on him for that. Yeah, this one, I went down to his unit to get some more towels and some linens. He was taking care of me since I was American. You know, he's taking care of me, man. He's a cool OG. So we were just out there just looking at sites and shit, and you see a little something ride by. But so you want the story? So first, why are they looking at that? So the first story, right? Not even an hour or so after this video, boss said, I'm getting the apartment because it's an apartment, right? I'm getting the apartment together. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting everything together. I'm putting up stuff. I'm hanging up clothes. I'm rearranging shit. I'm setting up my laptop. You know, I'm about to hop in the shower so I can get ready to see what I was going to do. What I basically was going to do, going down to the beach, what I was going to do as soon as I got out the shower and shit, put on, some shorts and a tank top, I was going to walk around, acclimate myself. I hadn't eaten yet. I was thirsty. I was going to get me a soda, get me some water, get me a sandwich, buy some stuff for the refrigerator. And then when I got back in, either start hitting on my own chicas or hit dude up and say, hey, man, send me who you got. Let me see your talent. Dude, check this out. I'm in there.
Blind talent? Oh, he showed you pictures.
No. He showed me some pictures. So I'm in there, TMI, we grown, big boss butt naked, because I'm doing my thing. I'm about to hop in the shower. I hear a knock at my door. I answer the door naked. I don't give a fuck with my towel on. I said, yo, I was like, who the fuck know I'm here? Yeah, that was nice. It was all kind of stuff like that out there. It was this apartment manager dude. He had a chica with him. One of the chicks he showed me on the phone. Dark-skinned chick, an Afro-Colombian, thick, built. Matter of fact, before I can say this, my boy Robert Bazile, I think he had used her services his last trip. So I said, okay. I said, bro, I told you I would let you know when I'm ready, bro. I mean, I'm in here. I only been here for I only been in here for an hour. I'm trying to get the place together. I'm butt naked. I'm about to hop in the shower. I'm about to run around, maybe go to the money exchange some more money. He a trip, dude. He a trip. Exchange some money, get some stuff for the room, for the refrigerator. I'll let you know. He said, oh, you want me to tell her to leave? And you know me, man. So I looked her up and down. I'm like, fuck. Come on, man. Come on up in here, man. Hold on. So they came in. I said, hey, sit in the living room, bro. Sit in the living room. So I went in my room. Mind you, I ain't got no fucking safe. So I had money. I literally had money out, all the shit. Drawers out, hanging up stuff. So it took a few minutes. I got everything kind of together. I situated stuff. I said, okay. She can come in, I guess. And we making it was just awkward. It was so anyway, we're gonna pause on that story. This video right here, this was my last full night in Rio. I left Dude Spot and I went to this place. Shout out again to Robert Bazile.
Pastana.
Yeah, Pastana.
A-N-A. Woo, woo. This is what it is, man.
That
Ocean
spot is
View
130 a night, bro.
Ocean View Suite, man.
Oh, so you want to step it up that last
I
night?
want
For my last night. For my last night.
Hey.
Yeah. For my last night. I got on Paul. So for the other story though, this story's crazy. So bottom line, okay, long story short, she come in the room. I'm naked. Get stuff together. You know, we all grown. It is what it is. Weird. Why the dude was hanging around, bro? He wanted to show. So the dude wanted to show, bro. Then he tried to come in and start playing with the chick while I'm smashing. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Hold on, he was still in the crib while you smashing.
Right. What? I said, no wonder why this motherfucker hurried up and brought her over here. This nigga, he wanted to show. He coming over there, touching on her and feeling on her. That was crazy by itself. But believe it or not, that wasn't even the worst shit. Crazy, right? You know. So before we got to it, I put on my phone. Now I had, boom, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that shit was dope, bro. My last night in Rio, right? Literally across from the beach. I think that's the 8th floor. I was on the 8th floor right across from the beach.
How much was that tonight?
$130, bro. I know.
Okay.
I know. Ouch.
Hey, you gotta treat yourself, man. Shit.
You only live once. So shout out to my boy Robert Bazile telling his business. He was there for 3 nights. So that was Friday, right? He did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and he checked out Monday. I said, woo, 3 nights? Nigga, you was paying what? Like 400? Yeah, right. 390. So he did 3 nights. I did one
that's
night.
Premium. That's imagine if you was in Miami or somewhere, that'll be $300.
I don't even know how much now that would have been. Right.
It'll have been more than 300, matter of fact. Because the average hotel in Miami is 150 a night.
The average. Oh yeah.
You're looking at the beach, man. You're gonna pay.
You're gonna pay.
350, 400.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, that's why we got passports, man, so we can live like kings, you know, on a blue collar budget. But back to my story, man. So the craziest part about this story. All right, in Brazil. Okay, we keep it real, boss. Hey, I like the anals, man. I like the anals, bro. Especially when you go to Brazil. That's one of the things with Brazil. And so, like I say, not putting nobody's name out there, but the person who gave me the reference, who used her services, said she was good like that. Say, you know what I'm saying? You can get down, you can get all the situation services you want. So even knowing that, I still put in my phone in translator complete. Now complete, and for Brazil talk, let y'all know, in Brazil, complete means all three holes. That's complete. So, Oral, vaginal, and anal. Complete is 3. All 3 holes. Complete. So I put in there, and we worked it for 200 Hayites. 200 Hayites for complete.
Right. Keep the numbers
said,
out
okay.
of it. Keep the numbers out of it.
She said, okay. Now, mind you, my boy already smashed. My boy already smashed complete on his last trip. He the one that gave me the report. He already smashed. Then I put in the, what's the name? Complete. 200 Hayites an hour. She said, okay. Man, don't you know? You know what I'm saying? Hey,
That's
man.
a lot of people on the beat.
Big Boss Raw. When I got ready.
Big Boss went raw.
That back door.
He ain't went raw now.
Oh, no. Well, no, I didn't. But I'm just saying, raw forest the story. I'm about to get crazy with it. No, it was kind of, but the head was raw. You know what I'm saying, BBBJ. But when it came to the sexo, it was condom up. So what I'm trying to say, bro, when I got ready to knock on the back door, ooh, I said, well, ooh, nothing. It is what it is, man. Yeah, it is what it is. Size, too big, whatever, right? Too much information. I said, hold on. Because you know what? She was already acting a certain way when I was sticking her in the VJ. So it's funny. I was thinking that in my head too. I said, if she's acting like this with the VJ, how she's gonna act, you know what I'm saying, when I knock on that back door. Sure enough, she running. Ooh, I said, bro. So even then, I was disappointed. So even then, this is where shit went FUBAR. Even then, because I understand, right? Hey, if I'm too big, I'm too big. I get it. But you're not going to get your full price. That was the issue. I said, check it out. We had a deal. We had a fucking deal. I put in my phone 200 Hayites complete. You said, okay. You're not complete right now. You trying to give me 2 out of 3. And okay, I get it. Size, whatever. Big size, one size don't fit all. I get that. I'm a little flattered. I know what it is. But I can't give you all your money. So this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get 150. I should have given 100. You're gonna get 150. I gotta knock off 50. Dude, don't you know she tried to fight me? This female tried to fight me over 50 Hayites. I only been in country, well, Rio. I was in Sao Paulo. My first day in Rio on that trip, I barely got into my room. I got into my room a little more than an hour ago. I'm getting everything together. I'm butt naked, about to get in the shower. They knocking on my door. His old crazy ass bringing the chick in there. He want to stand around and watch and play with her on some weird, freaky shit. All this shit going on. She's trying to fight me. She mad. She wants her 50. She not trying to leave. I said, bruh. So it ended up being a good thing. It's funny how it works, that he was still there with his pervy ass. He basically kind of mitigated, and I'm like, bro, I said, check it out. So he don't speak English that good. It's only a little bit. So I'm still trying to put some shit, because the situation was getting kind of crazy. I'm putting some shit in a translator. He's trying to read it off the translator. She's talking her language, talking her language. He's trying to talk to her. He's trying to read my shit. I'm still talking English, but he can't kind of understand me, but he feel me though. He feel me. I'm looking at right in this motherfucking face. He feel me. He's reading. She's in the ear. Chaotic. I only been in the country like an hour or two. God damn. I told you I would tell you when I'm ready. But you know what? Catch 22. If she was on that bullshit, that would have happened an hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later. So I get that. That wasn't really a time issue. It just kind of fucked up that it was kind of forcing my plate, and I should have said no right then and there. But she was on some bullshit. That was the only real bad experience like that I had for that trip, and that was my first one in Rio. And mind you, hey, I got my nut, because by the time this happened, we was on session number 2. We was on session number 2 by the time that happened. So I had already busting all the shit. You know what I'm saying? With the head and the VJ and the regular smashing. I busted. So now she's sucking me up again. Condom number 2, smashing. But now, before I bust, I'm coming out number 2. I'm trying to go on number 3. That was the problem. So I said, okay. Let me go back in and just finish off, but I'm not gonna give you the full price. Because the full price is I'm trying to knock on that back door. You telling me no, you're not gonna get the full price. So bottom line, I kept saying 150. Nigga, I end up paying 100 and kicked them both out. Fuck it. She should have went with the 150. You got 100 and get the fuck out.
That's right.
I don't give a fuck. And she was trying to say some little shit. It's funny when you from Oakland, LA, New York, Texas, wherever, you feel certain shit, right? So for a minute, she just kept trying to leave. So dude is trying to give her money. She's not even trying to take the money. She's trying to walk out real fast on some other shit. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. Go get somebody. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't pump fear in my heart. You don't know. I'm a motherfucking Oakland. I don't give a fuck. So dude was like, no. So dude was like really trying to like whatever. I'm like, let her leave. So fuck what? So instead of the 150, nigga, I gave him 100 and kicked them both out. And that's just what it was.
It is what it is. You don't like it? Hey, do something.
I was gonna give her 150, but she wanted 200. But I said I can't give you 200 because you're not doing complete. I'm not gonna pay you a full price. I told her, I said, in America, I said, you don't get full pay for half job. You don't get full pay for a half job.
Right. Shout out to Brian Bourne, man. He said rookies, I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Appreciate that donation, my brother.
He's a troller. Brian Bourne is a troller. It's all right. We love trolls. What would our life be without trolls? So
Did you meet any tourists out there?
Like American tourists?
Yeah, like the women and stuff. I ain't talking about the dudes.
Oh. Did I? Not really. I think I seen some who could have been America. I didn't really start no conversations with people like that. And tourism is opening back up, right? Shout out to their president, Bolsonaro, whatever his name is, for opening it up. When I first got there, the airport was kind of empty-ish or whatnot. So, tourism is slowly coming back to that country. They opened up, when they opened up, like what was that, August 1st?
Right.
Yeah,
hey, Worldly Travelers say that's why I rent Airbnbs, but you don't want to hear that, big boss. That was an Airbnb though, right?
Well, no, it's funny. Technically, it might as well be, but no, it wasn't Airbnb. Technically, it was a real apartment, and it was just some straight hookup with that dude, and so it was no app, no Airbnb, no internet. It was some real straight up ghetto shit. My boy personally knew the dude. I made contact with him before I hit the country. He had the apartment set aside. I went up in there and paid him cash in his hand, but it wasn't Airbnb.
Right.
No, Airbnbs is cool. Airbnbs is cool, but I'm a hotel man. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with hotels, especially in Rio, you got to watch out for, especially Rio. In a way, they're kind of cracking down. Well, not cracking down. I don't really want to say it, but it is what it is. I got to be honest. They do feel a way a little bit about the chica friendly shit. So you just got to watch it. Not all hotels are created equal in Rio. Because, you know what I'm saying? They know the stigmatism. They know why a lot of guys come there. So it's almost a 50-50 coin toss when you booking at hotels and you trying to, make sure it's guest friendly. So
right. You gotta do your homework.
You've been there, yeah. So you ain't just booking nilly willy. Oh, this let me this. No. You better.
Cartagena, man. Cartagena the same way, man. A lot of hotels don't do that guest friendly shit. There's very few in between, so you gotta do that homework.
It's some real shit. Rio is like that. Rio is on that hype. And so I got another story for you too on my last night. So it's funny. I had that crazy story on my first day in Rio, and I got a crazy story on my last night in Rio. Yeah, crazy. But all in all, man, it was a fun trip. I had to knock down. I was slow motion this trip, man. So it was an 8-day trip, right? 1 day Sao Paulo, 7 Rio. And I got to say, I probably knocked down probably about 10. I was down there only like the one a day.
Right.
Yeah, and that's nothing for me. But again, it's laid out. It's not a Sasua situation. And in this trip, I was just on some slow motion shit, bro. I was cool. I was soaking up the vibe. I'm in the back of that was either the taxi or the Uber coming from the airport. I think that's when
Going
I first
into Rio, right? You
Huh?
going into Rio right here, right?
Right. Because I had one, I don't even know what I sent you. I sent you a lot offline when I was coming in from Sao Paulo. But that wasn't really picturesque, right? I'm going through cities and shit. So this right here going into Rio, you can see some shit. Going into Sao Paulo is just like me going into a city. So on the video, it's not going to look a certain way.
Right.
But going into Rio has a lot of nature and shit. Beaches. You see right there, the palm trees, the beach line. So that's Rio.
Lakes and shit.
Yeah,
Shout out to
exactly.
Tapatuan, man. Hit me up, man, tomorrow, Tapatuan. Hit me up tomorrow, man, for the information. Appreciate that super chat, though, bro. Always support, man. Shout out to Brian Bourne. He says, greetings from Japan. Much respect to you, RR. Much respect to the guys in the chat. Salute to you, man. Appreciate that donation. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you're in here, it's 138 in here, 138 people. So make sure y'all hit that like button, share the video. If you're enjoying the content, you want to buy me a beer or something, hey,
All right. Throw
hit
it
the
up.
super chat up, or you can hit the Cash App. The ticker is at the bottom for the Cash App. Appreciate the help from the people in the chat. Appreciate y'all, man.
Oh hell yeah, man! They come on now. They getting stories. They getting video. You
Again,
getting game.
inside
You
information.
getting game on how to fly into Sao Paulo, to fly into SDU. Man, y'all better ante up. Throw it up. Y'all better ante up. Boss cost, man. Boss cost. Y'all getting information. Y'all getting game. Y'all getting footage. Yeah, you ain't getting. I sent you the other kind of footage. You don't want to show
I
it.
can't put that one out there, man. Shout out
Uh,
to Worldly Travel, man. What's going on, Nick? Nick, you still in Rio? Where you at, man? Shout out to Worldly Travel. That man been traveling since I known that man. I've known that man 2 years. He been on the road.
damn, he ain't came back to America since, huh?
I think he came back like 1 month, but
And
I don't. Yeah.
that's the kind of shit I'm gonna be on one day.
So tell, man, you got to tell us some Villa Mimosa stories. I know you got a story.
Oh
Do
yeah.
it still smell like a toxic waste down there?
Well, kinda. But funny. So this Villa Mimosa story is lit and kind of messed up for the boss, for the biggity. Shit, man. Yeah, that's what's called that Strawberry Mount. I think that's the one where the gondolas go up. You can't really see them in that shot. Yeah, so I only did Villa Mimosa 1 day this trip. I wanted to hit it more. It's just I only got around, so I think like I did it in the middle of the week, like on a Wednesday. Nigga, that Wednesday was lit. That Wednesday felt like a goddamn Friday or Saturday. So this time when I did the Villa Mimosa, I actually end up going to a club. So at the you've been to Villa Mimosa before, Rich?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't
So
stay long though. We had a little incident out there, so
oh wow.
I
So
mean, I put it to you like this, man. We brought trouble to the party. You know what I'm saying? We got
okay.
up out of there. You know what I mean? We had a little tour guide show up where it was and everything. Me and
Wow.
Drees and OG, we had a little disagreement with the guy. You know how the chicas do. They change prices, but
Yep.
sometimes the tour guys will do stuff like that too. You know.
Oh, okay. I know it wasn't Obi. It wasn't Obi-Wan.
Nah, hell no. It wasn't Obi-Wan.
Oh,
It was some random street dude, man. I'm probably gonna do a
yeah.
video on that fool too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I had video of him on the bus and everything, and man, he looked so crazy. I might drop a video on his ass. You know what I'm saying?
You do that, man. Just ride on that nigga, man. Hit him up, Tupac.
He lived in
Oh,
the States too. He lived in Jersey for a while. He got deported. So man, most of
ain't
the
you
time when
know
them
that?
guys, them deportees, man, they be on some bullshit. You know what I mean?
DR, Dominican, man.
You said it. But it was like, man, a lot of times deportees, when they go back to their country, they be thinking like, they speak perfect English, of course. So they be thinking they know what the value of the dollar is. So they be trying to, they try to, they be like, yeah, man, $100 ain't nothing, man. Like, I'm like, bro,
They
we
sound
ain't
like
travel all the way down here to get, high prices. I mean,
them damn cheap. That's
yeah,
no money.
man,
That's
dude
no
changed,
money.
he changed
That's
the
no
price
money.
on us, man.
In America, it would cost this. Bitch, we ain't in
Well,
America.
well, let me tell the story real quick. I know this is your
Yeah, go
story.
ahead. You
So
tell a story.
anyhow,
I'm gonna interview you.
all right. So anyhow, Drees met the guy on the beach, and
Okay.
it was an Afro Brazilian dude, and
Was he
like I
kind
say,
of big and chunky, kind of heavy set like?
he was dark skinned,
Oh,
probably about 6 foot, and
oh,
looked
okay.
like somebody hit him in the face with a bat, like he had a reconstructed face.
Damn.
But I mean, if you seen
Red
him, you would
flag.
know him. You would know him. So
Red flag. That didn't raise a red flag. But
right.
continue the story. Continue the story.
Hey man, so Drees met the dude like a day or two before. He was like, yo, I got this dude gonna take us down there. He gonna give us a tour of little spots in Rio, and he gonna take us to Villa, and he only gonna charge us 100 hay ice. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So all three of us meet up. We meet the guy. Um, we meet the guy by the beach area. So we walk to the train station, and we hopped on the bus. Actually, I think we hold on. Yeah. We walked to the train station, and he was like, "Man, we should take this bus, man. It'll be quicker with the traffic." So
Okay.
that was the first red flag. I was like,
Right.
"Bus? Like, man, let's jump on the train." So anyhow, we jump on the bus. We ride
Not the,
to a certain area. Like the area we got out, man, it looked like goddamn. Hey, Fourth Ward in New Orleans, man. We got
damn.
out of some neighborhood, and he was kind of showing us around and telling us about Rio the whole time and everything. It was a cool conversation, man. And so we finally get to Villa Mimosa, and we go inside, we sit down, and I think Drees had ordered some drinks. Somebody ordered some drinks, so we got some drinks going, and dude, just his whole personality just changed all of a sudden. He's like,
Mm,
man, the agreement was we was gonna pay him when we got back. That
okay.
was the agreement.
Right.
He gets there, he see us,
Getting money.
talking to the women,
Uh,
we drinking and shit.
uh,
Um, so now I guess, I won't assume, but I'm thinking he was maybe on drugs.
mm.
So now he want his money. He want to get loaded. He in the spot.
You know
They
they
got
sell.
all.
You know they sell drugs there. That's a drug den. You know they sell
Of
drugs.
course.
Mm-hmm.
So now
He have to
he's
sort.
acting the fool like, yo, it's 150 hey ice, 150 hey ice. And Dre's like, no, man, you said 100,
Right.
not 150.
Right.
And then, long story short,
My
man,
favorite
he
word.
started getting all loud, and OG was with us, and OG started getting all loud, and it
I
was
should have
like
been.
four guys, man. They just got up from this table, man, and they just like was approaching us, like. So we didn't
Damn.
know, like, yeah,
Boss could have
we
been
didn't
with you,
know.
man.
Well, they
Boss
didn't
could
they
have been
didn't run up on us,
with
but they was like, what's going on? We in this spot. We don't know no damn Portuguese shit. You know what I'm
I don't give
saying?
a fuck.
So we in this motherfucker, like, yeah, I mean, we were still cool, but it was like, man, we didn't know if they was gonna take his side, or you
Right.
know he might have tried to say we was scamming him or whatever the situation is. So we was like, man, it was looking real sketchy out there.
Right.
So we was like, man, we're gonna get out of here. So
Mm.
So he followed us back to the like the outside of the village. We stayed in there about 10 minutes. So he followed us back to the outside. We like, well, we'll just come back on our own. And so we ended up paying him. And oh man, it was just a messed up situation, man. Because it was crazy though. But anyhow, man, back to the big boss stories, man.
Yeah. Shit, your story more lit than mine. Mine's is about knucklehead chicas.
Man,
I don't have
man, my thing is when I travel, man, it's like when you go to these countries, you want to try to be as humble as you can. You don't want to go in there like, man, fuck you. You want to try to really, you want to stand up for yourself, but at the same time, man, you don't want to get caught up in no shit.
Man, fuck that, man. Fuck that. I'm Big Boss from Oakland. I ain't no motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck what country I'm in. Fuck that.
Well, it wasn't my argument anyhow, so I was just really sitting there.
Right.
I was trying to calm the situation because these motherfuckers yelling top of their lungs and everybody in the motherfucking place is looking at shit.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
It was gonna be what it was supposed to be.
Right.
It's written in the books of heaven. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I ain't no motherfucking punk. Got me fucked up.
Well, it wasn't like he punked somebody, but it was just we didn't know who all was with him in there. So
they really got to calculate if it's worth losing their shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
When you deal with boss, you really have to calculate what you worth, what you willing to lose. Fuck that. But anyway, I'm glad you say, bro. I'm glad you made it out there safe. So that's why Dree said what he said. He said, man, you go there at night, you're gonna whatever he said.
I mean, it was a situation, man, where it really could have been resolved pretty easy, man, but the dude, like I said, the dude just freaked out, man. He just told, I mean, he was all nice in the beginning, like, hey, this is the area, and the slaves came to Brazil, and he's giving us all this information. As soon as we get there, I need my money. I'm like, oh Lord.
He got his element. He got in his element around his homeboys and switched
up. Right. Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
You know how it go down, man.
Yeah, I know. Hey, man, it went down that motherfucking night. It went down that night. I'm glad you made it out there.
Huh?
It was you and Drees?
Me and Drees and OG. See, OG was the one that really was, me and Drees was calm, cool, collected. We like, all right, we trying to solve the situation. So OG like, fuck that. And then the dude started yelling and all this.
Shout out to the OGs, man. Shout out to the old heads.
Hey, man, we like, calm down, man. We talking about, but big boss.
I got this break for a reason.
Big boss. We talking about 50 ice though. That shit was like $11, man. I mean,
we talking about I ain't no punk. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, I hear you. But see, the reason why the guy was saying he changed the price because when Drees talked to him, it was 2 of them. So when I came, he figuring he charged for 3 people. So that was the dude's point.
He might got a point.
Well, that was the guy's point.
Big boss, my thing, I don't cheat people, but that's why I expect respect and I expect service because I'm gonna pay you. And a lot of times I'll fucking give a tip and overpay. But goddamn it,
that's why I was saying
he might got a point. He might got a point.
That's why I was saying the situation, it really could have just been resolved.
You shouldn't argue that then. You should have tore it off then. You shouldn't argue.
Hey, man. Hey, I wasn't the one arguing. I was sitting there drinking my beer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I end up when he took us out to the street, they paid him their money and I gave him the 50 ice that he was asking for.
The only issue then would have been like, no, we're gonna pay you when we get back, like I said.
Now, what he should have said was when we met up with him, he should have said, hey, these 3 of y'all, it's gonna be a little more money.
Right.
And then he also said he wanted his money when we agreed that we was gonna pay him when we got back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that didn't happen.
That's that sneaky shit. He didn't want to say that right up in front because you might have said no, and he'd have walked away. Y'all would have walked away.
He
So
wanted to secure his bag.
exactly, he wanted to secure it to make sure exactly because if he'd have hit you over the head with the 50. Well, hold on, the 100 was for two. It's 50 a person. The 100's for two. You show it with three. I need 150. Y'all may want fuck it then. We gonna leave. No. Okay. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's that shit, man. It's that shit.
Yeah,
But
I mean, but then I understand you got principle. You want to say, oh man, it's the principle. But man, I'm on vacation. If $11 gonna smooth out my vacation, bro, man, I'm gonna spend. I came to spend money.
of course,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
I
gonna
came
let that $11
back
smooth
with
my
a lot of money.
situation out. Huh?
Right. I came back with a lot of money this trip. One reason because I didn't, I didn't put up no LeBron numbers. You know what I'm saying? I said I barely did a dozen. I barely did a dozen chicks. Moderators, weapons hot.
All right, so they blocking people. What's going on, man?
Damn. Oh, you tell me.
Hey, moderators, listen, man. If somebody says something real fucked up, then block them. But if they just voicing their opinions, man, don't block them and shit. Cause I'm gonna go back through the chat, find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway.
Because most of these people in here are people that come all the time, and if they got an opinion, you know what I'm saying? Hey, as long as it ain't disrespectful, and let them voice their opinion. But
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't be a fool on far soil. And like I said, it wasn't my argument anyhow.
Right.
Because I
Right.
just came in on the thing and I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So Drees actually Drees was handling the situation calmly with the guy.
And the OG
So he's talking to and the OG, hey, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that really started the loud shit. Not to put him out there, but it is what it is, man. Then it escalated. Then you see the motherfuckers behind the bar just looking and
I'll look back.
Motherfuckers that look like they work for the SWAT team.
Look back.
Yeah.
I'll look back. What the fuck you looking at? I'll look back.
All right. I hear you, Bob.
Fuck.
But anyhow, man. So what else happened on your trip, man? You didn't get the 4x4?
Nah.
Damn, boss.
I know that you was running the videos and you stopped it, but I sent you like 1,000 pictures. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, we can run the pictures. Hold on, Bob.
Yeah, again, shout out to a real tour guide. So basically, if you're gonna go to Brazil, now I'm gonna do a commercial. Fuck with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fuck with Obi-Wan. You know what I'm saying? The Favela Brothers. Young cat. You know what I'm saying?
He won't change the price, right?
Oh, hell no, he don't change the price.
Nah, right? Obi cool though. I took a tour with Obi, man. He's good people, man.
Yeah, I did a tour with him my first trip when I went in January. He took me to the Jesus Christ statue, took me to the colorful steps where Snoop Dogg and Pharrell was at. You know what I'm saying? He took me to that top of that big ass mountain where the gondolas. Oh yeah, he took me to the little slave port, the slave thing. Yeah, that's Obi right there. Shout out to Obi, cool young brother, man. He's a young brother too. Yeah, he took me out. So this time around, it was just me and him. And I wanted to shoot the man some business. He was just telling me, you know what I'm saying, that with the COVID shit, he wasn't getting a lot of work because wasn't a lot of tourists coming in. And then he said the little bit of work he could get, he was just being mindful not to go out too much because he stays with his mom a lot of time. He wasn't trying to bring no sickness back to his mom, so he just did it real slow motion. And yeah, that was a dope pick right there. So that pick right there behind me, that's a slave auction ground. That right there, that's a slave auction ground that they uncovered a few years ago when they was digging to set up the Olympics. When they were doing construction to set up the Olympics, they discovered that area. And so what it was, they found out that area was actually where they would import Africans into Brazil at that port, right? Kind of on the other side we would buy a port. They'll bring them there, and then the Brazilians would sell off Africans right there. It was a slave auction. So the United Nations named that like a little That shit right there, that's the futuristic museum.
How
That's
was
what it's
that
called.
shit inside, man?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go inside. It was closed off to COVID, so I just took that
Oh,
little picture in front of it. Yeah, but that's actually supposed to be a museum. It's called the Futuristic. It looked like some Star Trek shit, but that's the
right.
Futuristic Museum. Yeah, he took me around a lot of spots. So this time it was just me. Since I was in country, I stayed in contact lightweight with Obi through the months, and so I was like, yeah, man, let's just hook up. So he took me around to some other. That's another shot of the slave auction area. He took me through the hood. I was just snapping photos, snapping pictures, fucking with Obi. And actually, we on the way back, we Ubered there. On the way back, Obi had my ass get on the metro train. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, man,
But they drop you off
I
at
want you to. Yeah, he got me on the metro train, man. But it was cool. I guess it would be like a Newark subway, and for Bay
yeah.
Area, it was like the park. Yeah, so he showed me like a lot of graffiti and cultural graffiti and shit. Uh, he said his boy, he knows that dude name right there. He knows
Oh,
personally the dude who did that. He said that's his homeboy he grew up with in the favelas who did that. Uh, yeah, so he took me around to a lot of areas. You know, that was cool. I basically just wanted to hang out with the brother and chop it up. You know what I'm saying? And shoot him a little bit of coin, give him some business. Um, definitely a good brother. Definitely a good brother. It's funny. All right, so he remind me of Chadwick Boseman a little bit. He has that Chadwick energy about him. Good young man. Yeah, so so the African experience in Brazil is deep from what I understand. So from what I understand, they say Brazil has more blacks than America got.
oh yeah, for sure. I
I
mean,
didn't
it's
know
got,
that.
got the most
Okay.
blacks besides Africa, man.
Outside of Africa,
More
exactly.
slaves landed in Brazil than America. Way more slaves. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. That's crazy.
So when
Yeah,
everybody be saying, "Oh, we need to go back to Africa," well, shit,
go to
it
Brazil,
might be
man.
from Brazil. You know what I'm saying?
It might be from Brazil. Yeah, so I really wanted to get to Salvador in the state of Baja. I don't know how you say that shit, right? Because I hear Salvador is where a lot of African Brazilians are. So my next trip, so I plan to go back. Beginning of the year in January. I'm gonna do another January trip. Then, like I went January this year, 2020. I'm gonna do January 2021. I'm going in January. Yeah,
Right.
the Afro experience is real in Brazil, bro. But they don't tell me about that on TV. I didn't know about that a long time ago.
All right. They don't never
You
show
know,
you that. They just show you what they want to show
yeah,
you.
I didn't know that from the mainstream news. They never told me Brazil had more black people than America. It has more black people than anywhere outside of Africa, and even some African countries. They say it is only behind. I looked it up after the fact, right? They said it's only behind Nigeria. Only.
Right.
So it has more blacks than other countries in Africa.
Right. Well,
Only
Brazil is a
behind
big
Nigeria.
ass country, though.
It's a big country. Yeah, that's a black police officer. I should have been wearing my Black Lives Matter shit that day. Yeah, that was a black Brazilian police officer, a black Brazil. That was dope. Oh yeah, I'm eating all kind of shit. Hey, shout out to that Starbucks, man. I went back to that Starbucks, even though I stay in a different area, and the shit is closed. I don't know if it's because COVID shit, but that Starbucks was closed. Yeah, that's when I was at Maps. Yeah,
And
eating
what the
that.
hell is you eating right there? Some fudge.
Man, that shit is dope, man. Every time I go,
What is
I
that
that
shit, man?
side,
What
that
is
side, man. I had that shit every day.
that?
I had that shit every day. That shit dope, bro.
What it tell you
That side,
like?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It looked like boo boo, but nah. Well, oh yeah,
Whoa.
there you go. See, there you go. I knew you had
How
it in
they
you,
get
man.
it? How
I
they
knew
get
you.
in there?
I knew you had it in you, man.
Hey
Yes,
man, I got it in me, man. It's just I want to keep my
right,
channel going, bro.
man. The tan line. Oh yeah. So that's the club. Did you go to that club? That club is in Villa
Oh,
Mimosa. So that club is at the end, right outside of Villa Mimosa. When I went in January, when we was leaving, we passed by that club, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" So this trip, I went in there. Man, that shit is lit, bro. That shit is lit. Did you go in that club?
No.
So you know where Villa Mimosa? Okay, so that right. So yeah, I know the way you got the pictures are kind of all over the place. So that's a casa that's in Rio. It's called Copa. Yeah, Copa 583. I got a card for it too. Copa 583. Oh, that's Eden Spa.
That's on the strip. That's on the strip, right?
No, well, it's right off the. It's right off the strip.
Right. Right.
It's right off the strip, and that's the same one I went to last year. So, kind of find out the apartments I stayed in is kind of in the same neighborhood, and yeah, same for Eden Spa. It's in the same neighborhood where I stayed in January, kind of. It's just hella far. It's walking distance, kind of, but hella far away. Oh yeah, that's when I got on the metro. Like $1. Oh yeah, that's Villa Mimosa. You see the raggedy building in the background? Yeah, that's Villa Mimosa. That's Villa Mimosa proper. That's the yeah, and that's when I was at the what's the name? Yeah, these pictures are kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
So
it
you
is,
got me.
man.
Yeah, I know here's what it is. Yeah, they said, look at that. 500,000 Africans landed there. Crazy. 500,000 Africans landed coming. Yeah, and the brother Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, you got on repeat. Yeah, so I think I sent you some more than that, but it's good. So, what the hell I'm talking about, man? You got me running my mouth. What the hell I'm talking about? Yeah, so like
tell me, was your trip better than the last one? Because you were saying something on the
yeah. So just about. I don't know. I did it. This trip was like a day or two longer. The last trip, like 1 day, right? The last trip was like straight 7 days. This one was 8 days. Whoop-de-doo, right? One extra day in Sao Paulo that was lit. And I should have stayed in Sao Paulo a little bit longer because come to find out, even though it's a big city like Medellin, it's a whole lot of nuggets packed all in Sao Paulo, all over the freaking place. So when I go back, I'm definitely going to do some Sao Paulo. Uh, this trip right here, it was dope. It was cool. It was slow motion, but I did it at my own pace on purpose. So basically, I did everything I wanted to do. I did everything that I wanted to do on this trip. You know, I just kind of took it easy this trip. You know what I'm saying? I smashed about in 8 days. Might have been like 10, 11. I can't remember. Some chicks, you know, I didn't get pictures from. You know, some was kind of on that no pictures, no picture. So in Sao Paulo, I only smashed one. I was only there for 1 day. So another big thing, right? That we talking about it is the websites. It's the internet websites. You know, Brazil got their own back page. You know, it's called what, the photo accomplish. I don't know the name, but you know, Brazil got their own website. Photo Acampa, however you say that shit. And you can get chicks off there for the low. They be starting at 100, at 100 Hayites. 100, 150, 200. Now, they jump all the way up to like, you know, 300, 400, right? But average is about 150, 200, 100. And a lot of them be wanting you to come down to their spots. Man, fuck that. Now, that's your footage, you and Dre. You know, I don't recommend that. The only way I'll fuck with a chick like that if she's trapping out of a hotel, like a real ass hotel. Like she go to a hotel like I'm in a hotel and she just book a room in a hotel. Bitch, I'm not going to your personal house. I'm not going to your flat. I'm not going to your hood, going to your neighborhood. You got me fucked up.
That's what your boy do. Where that passport action? Where you at,
hey,
passport
man,
action? He say he pull up to the chick's crib, man. He don't give a fuck.
More power to him, man. Hey, man, he a soldier. He is more power to him. You know what I'm saying? When I fight when I have to fight. Boss is crazy. I do what I have to do, but I do believe it or not. I try to avoid it. Right? I try to avoid it.
Try
But
to
if my
defuse
back
the
is to the wall,
situation, man. That's what I was
but
trying to do. Just defuse it, man.
if my back is to the wall, somebody's going to get hurt or die, or it is what it is. I know we on internet. Certain things I can't say. If my back is to the wall, God bless you. God
Of
bless you.
course. Of course.
So my thing, but I know that. So because I know that, in certain situations that I just try not to maneuver in. And it might be good, 50-50. But it's like tactics. It's like a general like warfare, like tactics. Is it smart? What's the cost, risk, benefit?
See, that's a
So
black Brazilian right there. See the brother? The
wow,
bald
yeah, he
head
look.
and the I am Mawa looking dude.
Oh yeah, he do look like I am out. So that big bald head black dude, that's a Brazilian.
Yeah,
He look like he's
that's
from
another
Texas or
black
something.
Brazilian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they say they got more blacks. They got more blacks in America.
Look at this
Like
shit. Look how
America,
he parked, man. Look how he parked. He even knocked that car out
right,
of gear.
somebody.
He knocked that car out of gear. See the car in the white? He pushed that car back to get in that spot. That shit was wild.
Whoa! Wow!
Yeah, look.
Wow!
That's what they was arguing about. Dude come out like, yo, what the fuck, man?
Wow!
You see that shit? You
People.
see the car right here? You see there was
Are
another
you
car in
serious?
between. Yeah, he
Wow!
just bumped that car up, pushed the other car back, and fitted himself in there. I was like, this nigga true.
Okay. God bless people, man. You gotta pray for them. Yeah, man. Fuck that. I ain't going to no hoe's house. You got me fucked up. In a third world country, I'm gonna go to their personal house. No. If they trapping they pussy, if they trapping out a hotel, I'll go to a hotel, but I'm not going to your personal house. But mostly, bitch, you coming to me. If I gotta pay taxi fee, Uber, whatever, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? To avoid some shit, or to even avoid the possibility of some shit, because no one want to see Big Boss go nuclear.
There go your boy,
But
Obi-Wan.
yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's the dude. That's the dude. It's a good brother
Hey,
right
y'all
there.
go
It's a good
check
brother.
my old videos out on Brazil, man. Y'all can check some
Richie
of my
Rich.
shit out. Hey,
Richie Rich.
self-promotion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Keep it
look
lights
at that.
up.
Hey man, shameless
So you,
plug.
you
Honey,
didn't
come
you didn't go you didn't go in the favelas, huh?
I did in January, not this time. I went in
Oh,
January
okay.
when we had a big group. That's when I went to with Zeke. Shout out to Zeke. Zeke didn't go with us that time because he went the time before. But when I went with Zeke's crew, about half of the guys who went down with Zeke went on the trip, and I basically hitched a ride with them. I got on their hype. That's how I met Obi. Uh, Zeke introduced me to Obi. That's how I met him. Obi's a cool dude. So this trip, I just hit Obi myself, and I was like, just me and you hang out 1-on-1. So Obi's like, all right. So I know a couple spots, local spots. Take you downtown, take you to some cultural shit, see some graffitis. I can show you some shit, some slavery shit, and we'll just catch the metro subway back. And I was like, wow. So yeah, I hung out half a day with Obi, just meet 1-on-1.
Right.
So yeah, but I did the favelas my last trip. Yeah, I know that's real. The favelas is real, man. Shit.
Yeah, the favelas, man, you know it. Like you say, man, they get a bad rep, but there's some nice people up in there, man.
Cool. It was cool. It was cool. It's real. Hey.
Yeah,
And
they
I like that. Huh?
they got everything they need in the favelas,
Yeah,
man. Like,
it's hella self-contained. That's a trip. Yeah, the favelas is something else. And I like how Obi he still live there. He still live there. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right,
And that's dope. And when he took us through the tour, he took us to his personal house. He showed us the inside of his house and all the shit. And
right,
then
right.
we walked all through there. Yeah, it's your footage now. Yeah, I got footage of favelas on my first trip on my phone. I didn't send it to you.
Just some
Yeah.
old Charles Tyler shit, man.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
I'm on my
that's
Charles Tyler shit, going through the alleys and shit.
I got footage like that on my phone for my trip. He had us going all through alley and them little ass steps and them steps that's kind of uneven and wires going everywhere. Yeah, I did all the shit. It
Look
was
at
yeah,
that. You can go either way in this motherfucker, man.
exactly. Man, you gotta know, man, you can get away from the police. If you
Oh
if you
yeah,
know what
see, you
you're doing,
can go up that hill or you go to the right. It's
right,
crazy, man. They
right.
got steps and shit.
Mm-hmm. I might do it again, but like I said, I did it once. I did it in January. I did it once. I'll probably do it again, like if I go back to a group with guys who haven't did it. It's some shit like, I went down that same
This is
area.
where he
That must
live
be
at.
yeah, exactly. Yep, that's his house. That's where he graduated from college. Yep, that's his house.
They go Cam right. Hold up, they go Cam right there. You ain't see him
Okay.
down there?
Okay. No, I didn't see him. He was down there the same time I was. I didn't run into him.
You know
Robert
him, don't
Brazil.
you? You know him, don't you?
Robert Brazil, that's my guy. Now I was down there with him. Shout out to Robert Brazil. So next month, well, damn. In a few weeks, DR Sasua Halloween, I got a little spot. I got a Airbnb spot right across from Envy.
Look at this shit, man. This shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you don't
I
know
did
who
that
come around the corners and shit.
Man, that shit, the wires all everywhere and narrow ass alleys. The steps are all uneven. The steps are different sizes, and
Some of the
yeah,
steps are slippery and shit, you know what I'm saying?
right. All that shit is like backed into the mountain, and it goes on and on. That's it look like a human ant colony. No
Right,
disrespect, but
right,
I'm just
right,
saying,
right, right,
it's
right.
like, hella, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them living their life.
Shout out
It's
to
real.
Jim for the donation, man. Appreciate it. He said good show and entertaining. Yeah, man, I'm trying to bring y'all some good entertainment, man. You know, there's been a lot of fuckery going around in the YouTube right now. So a lot of people been hitting me up, man, like, yo, man, it's bullshit going on. So I'm trying to bring some of my superstars back on my channel. Big Boss been gone for a minute. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
man.
We gotta have a classic. We gotta have a classic Big Boss, Danny Glover debate. You know what I'm saying?
How he doing?
Hey, he good, man. I had a show with him a few weeks ago, man. And man, he went in, bro. He went in, bro. It was fun though. It was a good show though.
Yeah, okay.
You should have
Yeah,
been on
set
that
it up.
one. You should have been
Yeah,
on that
set it
one.
up.
We,
It's all good.
we was talking about
Trump.
we had some women on the channel, and we was talking about
What?
why black guys don't deal with black women no more, like why they go abroad and shit like that. Man, he went off on the damn mongers. Hey, he went off on the mongers, man. The mongers would hit me up. Yo, the mongers would hit me up like, bruh, that man on some bullshit, bruh. We gonna kick his ass. I'm like, damn, man, it's just entertainment, bruh.
What? Glover? Danny Glover went off on the Mongers?
Yeah. He went off. But he was just he was playing devil advocate too. He was like, some guys travel and they don't handle their business and shit. They put travel in front of everything. He was just
That's true.
speaking some truths. He's playing devil advocate.
Okay.
And this spot had some good ass food. Boy.
Y'all was all through there. Y'all was all through the hood. Y'all was in the hood like it was good.
Shit, hey, we was good with all we got. Now, like I say, the people in there, man, they ain't really trying to rob you or nothing like that. They ain't, they can't really commit crimes in there like that. It be them drug guys in there doing all this stuff.
The military police be posted all through there. Hey, when you was walking through, did he tell your group like certain areas you can pull out your phone and take picture, record, and other areas you can't? Was he doing y'all like that?
Well, he was basically saying, just be respectful when when you do record, and don't be in people's face. You know what I'm saying? Don't be all up in people's face and shit like that. But yeah, he was pretty much breaking it down.
Well, maybe some shit really happened between your trip and my trip or whatever. Maybe he got feedback from the hood. Hey, what the fuck was going on? What
Hey,
video was that, man? You go back in the archive, man.
That was the old one.
I said, who that handsome guy, man? He looked familiar.
Hey, I really got some more. I got some more Brazil footage, man, to put out, man. I just never did finish putting it out, man.
Right.
That's where you need to go. This is where you need to go.
That's Cartagena, right? That's Cartagena, the wall city, right?
Right.
Yeah, I want to fuck with it for real. I want to go to Cartagena. I want to go to Cartagena, and I want to go to Bogota. So I'll fuck with Colombia again. I'm cool on Medi. I'm cool on Medellin.
Make sure
you know.
y'all go
But
check my videos out, man. Go through my list, man. If you ain't got nothing to do,
right, yeah,
go through some of my
yeah,
lists
click.
because I got some good videos in there. I'm thinking about re-releasing some of them, but
You get some more clicks on them, drive some more traffic through.
right,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
a lot of people that they join, but they never seen the old videos, So
And yeah, they don't go back and look at your old calendar, right? And they be asking you the same shit. They be asking you the same shit that you already talked about. You already covered. Always.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
anything
yeah.
about Brazil guys need to know before they go, or anything advice you want to give
Well,
them?
yeah, one of the main things, and I'm gonna end it with this story of my last. Ooh, look at that, of my last night in Rio. Like I said, I had a story on my first day in Rio, and I have a story for my last night in Rio. But one thing I would say is, with all these damn countries, ooh, look at that, man. You taking my attentions away. Um, with all this COVID shit, right? That countries are opening back up. Thank God. Like the DR was the first open up July 1st, and they went back and forth. You need this, need that, need that. I know Colombia just opened up, and to me, they on some bullshit with what you need. I think the worst is probably Philippines. Philippines is on some crazy shit, man. But far as Brazil, the only thing you need for Brazil, you do need travel insurance. You do need. Is there pipe water? Oh, that's a
Shout
good
out to
question.
010, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know
I
Obi
got a
One
show.
them had running water and all that. So
I was just about to say, I went to his. Yeah, I remember when I did his thing. I went to his kitchen and I got a cup of water, but he had a little filter system, so
yeah, he
it
got
didn't like.
good water in his shit.
Huh?
He had some good
Yeah,
water in his shit.
yeah, right. I guess it's the big old thing on top of his house, some filtration system. Yeah, I didn't go to the little the faucet, and yeah, he had a filtration system, probably. But I would say though, so the main thing you need to know about Brazil is you do need travel insurance. Travel insurance, I guess, supposedly to cover you for COVID if you get sick in a country.
Oh, they made you buy
Uh,
it?
huh?
They made you buy that?
Hell yeah, you better have it. And so they check it. So they check it 3 times, at least for me. So they check it at every flight. So if you got 2 flights, they're gonna check it twice. One flight, some kind of way, they check it once. 3 or 4 flights, they check it at every flight, and then they finally check it once you get there. Whether it's Sao Paulo, Rio, whatever. Once you get into the country, Brazil's gonna check it. But even on the American side, they check it, see if you have the insurance before every flight. My shit, I bought it and it was on my phone. And I
How
went
much
through
was
a
it?
company. Exactly. Inquiring minds want to know. Dude, about $50. Literally, I think mine's just like $43. I got a dude in my group. He's going in a couple of days. He's going on Monday. He's going October 6th. October 6th to November 6th. He's gonna say 30 days. And a lot of it is based on how long you're there. He said for his 30 days, it was $50. So I went to a company called Alliance Global. In Alliance Global, it takes like 2-3 minutes. You do it online. I did it on my phone. Yep, it's mandatory. I did it on my phone. I didn't even do it like on a whole ass computer or laptop. It's on my phone, Alliance Global. They ask you like 2-3 simple. It's like the simplest shit ever. Like your name, your email address, your birth date, the dates that you're going to be in country, and you hit it for a quote. The quote's going to come back. It's going to be in a $40-$50 range. You say, yeah, put your credit card information in. Boop, you get a confirmation email. And in the email, it has your policy number. It's a real ass insurance claim. It has a policy number and the dates it's effective. Insurance, a travel insurance for the dates and a policy number. All you got to do is show it on your phone before every flight. And then when you get in country, you have to show it one more time. And then they're gonna write something in your passport, and you good. You don't have to show it no more. You ain't got to show it going out. So you do need travel insurance. Travel insurance for about $50. That's it. No shot, no test, no COVID test, no negative test, no none of that. Travel insurance for $50.
That's what's up.
That's all you need. And so when you go in, and again, if you're going to mess with Rio, just double check and make sure that your hotel or Airbnb, because that's the thing, right? real fast. Some people would be like, man, with Airbnb, don't you know nowadays some Airbnbs they starting to hate on guests. They'll put that in the little rules.
Oh yeah.
They have Airbnbs that hate on that shit. They'll say no ex tourism, this and this and that. So you got to be careful. Now 9 times out of 10, right? Are they really gonna know? You know, unless they got a spy, they got somebody on property watching the place. You can say whatever, yada yada yada, and once you get in there, you get the keys. You do what the fuck you want to do. But then if they ever find out though, right? Technically, they got you on the hooks. They got you on the hook. So you just only thing with Rio, you do, I guess, like you say, like the Cartagena with Rio, make sure your spot is chica friendly, is guest friendly. Even an Airbnb. Don't think because it's Airbnb you sweet. No. Hotel Airbnb, double check it's chica friendly, and you need travel insurance. That's it. It's 5-1 right now. It's 5-1. 500 Hayites is $100 US. Again, like most countries, everything is cheap except for, and even the mangoes are relatively cheap. But again, the food is cheap, the taxes are cheap, everything is cheap. Everything is cheap, but the mangoes is where you're gonna sink your money. But even then, the average right now is about 200 Hayites.
Right.
Even in the Casas, even in Casas are 150, 200. Freelancers, 200, 250. Now, when you go to some of these clubs, especially on the late night clubs, that's open on a late night, they're gonna try to hit you over the head because you know it's slim pickings. You know, you ain't trying to go home empty-handed. That's when you're gonna get into the 300-400 Hayites, something like that. Maybe 500 Hayites. And again, 500 is 100. All the fives is one. Five Hayites is one. 50 is 10. 5 is 1. 50 is 10. 500 is 100. 250 is 50. So everything is going to be about $40 because it's going to be about 200. 150, 200, that's about $40. 40, 44. So basically less than $50. So it's a good price and you're getting quality. And like Colombia, I have to say, like Medi, they honor the time. Normally, it's not no one and done. It's not no one and done. It's not no one pop. If it's an hour, you get an hour. If it's 2 hours, you get 2 hours. If you can get it up 2-3 times, good on you. So that's another good thing about places like that. And I do have to say, Medi is like that. Medi, they honor the time. We all know in DR, an hour is not an hour. An hour is code word for one pop. And even then, leche papi, leche. They try to rush you to get back out there. So in a DR, especially Sasua, an hour is only one pop. But in Brazil, an hour is an hour. You can get 2-3 pops. So that's great. So you pay for an hour, you get your whole hour. And the average is going to be about $40, 40 US. Sometimes 30, between 30, 40 US, no more than 50. If it's more than that, then you're probably talking like an overnight. And you're getting better quality. You're getting better quality. You're getting better service. You're getting your full hour for about 40-ish, 40, 30, 40, $50. So just get your travel insurance and make sure your place is chica friendly. And like I say, if you the travel hack, fly into Sao Paulo. Don't forget about Rio. Fly into Sao Paulo. Once you're in Sao Paulo, explore Sao Paulo for a couple of days. It's a big city. You're gonna have to kind of move about. You're gonna have to learn it, but it's worth it. Fly in Sao Paulo, explore Sao Paulo for a couple of days. Then when you're ready, fly over to Rio. Do it like that. So I got a story before we end. Where we at 1:45? I got a story before we end.
I'm not really in a rush if you ain't, but I'm
Oh yeah,
good.
not necessarily. So this story, Rio, last night in Rio. Again, I did 6-7 days in Rio. 8 days, 1 day Sao Paulo, 7 days Rio. Six of those 7 days, I stayed in an apartment. The apartment with that crazy old man, bless his heart. He's still cool. Me and him still cool. I stayed in that apartment, $50 a night. That apartment for 6 days. I had
This
him
your
come.
club right here, man. This your club.
Oh, that Dos Vita.
Yeah.
So my story is about to take me there. So like I say, so for my 7 days in Rio, 6 days I was in that apartment. So on my last day, on the 7th day, right? On the 7th day, on my last night, on my last day, which is Friday, because I flew out Saturday. So on my last day, on Friday, I went to that expensive hotel called the Bestana with that brother right there. Shout out to Robert Brazil. It's funny how my life is. As I'm talking, the shit comes up. That same
Right.
club I'm about to talk about, and I was with that same brother. So on my last day, I'm at the Pastana. He's there for 3 nights. He's there for the weekend. He's there from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He got in Friday. He checked out Monday. He paid for 3 nights. I did 1 night. So on that 1 night, we were supposed to go back to Villa Mimosa, to that club that's in Villa Mimosa. That Mosaic or whatever shit, that club was lit. Again, about that club that's in the Villa Mimosa proper, right outside of Villa Mimosa is that club. That club is actually higher quality chicks than the Villa Mimosa that's like a block or 2 down. Inside that club, called the Mosaic or whatever, that card, they have rooms upstairs where you can smash the chicks. And those chicks are bad, boy. Woo. Them chicks are bad.
And
And they,
Villa Mimosa got some stunners out there, man. You know what I mean?
well, no, not really a Villa Mimosa. A Villa Mimosa, they don't really have stunners. You're gonna have like a lot of 6s and 7s. You might get an
Right.
8. You might get an
Right.
8.
They be nice though, you know what I mean?
No. They be not. Oh, they be nice. They be nice, and they cheap. Villa Mimosa, they going for like 90 hayites, 100 hayites. Like nigga, with the room, the girl and the room, 90 hayites, because you paying for the room there. Because in Villa Mimosa, you mostly going to smash them in the rooms. And yes, those rooms look like jail cells, right? The rooms are kind of grimy. That's the worstest thing. But I hear about some guys, and I didn't do this. I might do this on my next subsequent trips. Some guys, when they go to Villa Mimosa, they actually basically bar find the chicks up out of there and take them back. Of course, you always try to get their phone numbers, right? Their WhatsApps. You do that
That's probably the best move, man. Just
even
get the
when you go to
number.
even when you go to Casas, even when you go to regular Casas, we like in Columbia, New Life, wherever. Even when you go to Casas, you always gonna try to get them off in the side in the cut and try to get their private information so you can hook up with them later when they get off work. Right. But so Villa Mimosa is the same thing. But I know some guys that actually bar find chicks out of Villa Mimosa, bring them back to the room. But if you smash a Villa Mimosa chick there, you're gonna pay to be in them little jail cell ass rooms. And even with the room, man, you can get the girl and a room for less than 100. There you go. Alliance. Yeah, with the Z. With the Z. That's right. Alliance. That's exactly how you spell it. Alliance Global. And 7 Corners. Yeah, I heard about 7 Corners. I was going to go with them too. Yep. So it's Alliance Global and 7 Corners. I went with Alliance. And Alliance was like $43.
They're gonna dreams right here.
Huh? Oh, what's up, Drew?
Brought to the crib for 120 hayites.
Wow, that's insane.
Shout out to Drees, man. What's going on with you, Drees? I seen you out there in the Fresh Quarters.
Yes, sir. New Orleans.
You heard me?
That's it. Oh, see, so I'm definitely on that my next trip. So basically, if you smash them there, it's like 90 hayites for the chick and a room. I think the chick is like 70, 75 hayites, and the room is 20. Crazy insane, right? But okay, so that's Villa Mimosa, right? But at the end of the street, going out, there's a nightclub. It's a whole ass physical big nightclub. And I seen it on my first trip. We drove by it. I said, what the hell? Who the hell will put a nightclub right here? So anyway, so this trip, I went to that nightclub. Man, in that club. Woo, it's a trip that they so close to Villa Mimosa. So they unfortunately, they kind of associated with Villa Mimosa because it's only like 2 blocks down the way, but it's a separate nightclub. They got some stunners and they got dimes, dude. They got 9s and dimes. And you can take them upstairs. And them stairs, them rooms are a little bit better than the jail cells down the street, but they're not much better. But the chicks, and you can get them in there. In there, they average about 150, 200. Where down the street, them chicks are 70 and 90. At this club, they 150, 200. So the quality is better. And you can smash them right there.
Shout out to Flex ALD. He says, Big Boss, How were those termas in San Paulo?
Them terminals is dope. So on my first night, in Sao Paulo, nigga, we did a casa terma clinica. They call it clinicas too. So they talk clinicas, casas, termas, whatever. To me, he said in the rafters, yeah, or jail. I call them jail cells. I smashed in the jail cell though. So in Sao Paulo, I only did one night in Sao Paulo, nigga. We did a casa run. Now I hooked up with these cats later in the night. By the time I hooked up with them, it's funny. Through the course of the hours, I was keeping updated with them, right? Dude, they was hitting the casas. I think in that one day, they had the least, if they didn't hit 8 casas, they hit about 6. They hit about 6, 7, 8 casas. They started like in the early afternoon and went to like 4 in the morning. They was on. When I hooked up with them down at midnight, they was on casa number 5. And I did 3 casas with them. I was like,
Right.
wow. I said, you guys are insane. And even then, nigga, we scratched the surface. Nigga, it's casas everywhere. I'm like, God damn, that's a casa here, a casa. Sao Paulo is crazy, man. Sao Paulo is lit. It's lit.
Shout
I
out to
definitely,
Apex, man. He said, I want a chica to drink me up.
for
See, you
sure.
got that bag over there, man. Let me get one of them hundreds.
Yeah. I'm the
Man,
same way.
I see you got the red lights on. You got the red room over there.
Oh man, it's a Christmas. I'm on my Drees shit. You know, Drees
Right,
on the red light. I'm on my Jedi right now.
right,
I'm,
right.
I'm in my Jedi. You
So
know,
when you think you're gonna go back to Rio, man?
these little LED lights that change color. I don't know where my remote is. My remote somewhere.
I saw it in the video. You got the same ones I got.
Yeah, these little, you know who put me on these lights? My
See?
son, my son. He got these lights in his room. I said, "I'm cool." So
Right, right.
I had to steal his idea. Yeah, my son put me on these lights.
Oh,
Um, yeah, they change color. Yeah, this is the remote for it. Put it
that's
on.
for the ones on the wall? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's all over the room? That's nice right there.
I got it always.
Damn, I gotta invest in something.
Yeah.
That's set the mood for real.
Oh yeah, man.
Do it go with the music too? Like, do it flash the
Oh
music?
yeah, nah, it don't. It might be a feature if you hook it up with like software and shit. But yeah. What the fuck I was talking about, man? Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is lit. So I hooked up with these cats. Like I said, a dude in my group knew it. It showed how the dope thing about travel. You run into cool brothers. Yeah,
Right.
you run into knuckleheads, you run into assholes, you run into jerks, but for the most part, you run into cool brothers, right? So the dude in my group knew a guy who knew a guy who happened to be down there, and boss, I'm gonna put you in contact. I hit up the dude. It's like we've been friends for years. Oh, so you big boss. Oh, come on down. This is where we at. Boo, 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 boo. So I got in the Uber. I hooked up with him. When I hooked up with this cat, it was like the group was like 6 of them. By the time I hooked up, 2 had peeled off, and there was only 4 of them left. They started early in the day, and by the time I hooked up with them, they was on casa number 5. And when I pulled up in the Uber, the shit looked like some apartments. It's like some ritzy, nice apartments. I said, man, I'm in the wrong spot. I said, no, you're not. I'm looking right
Oh
at you.
yeah.
He said, get out the car. I get out the car. He comes, opens this sliding ass like garage shit. I'm like, wow, there's a whole ass casa in there. And it was nice too. Nice and laid out. I'm like, wow. So they got casas all over the place. So in that casa, I smashed the chick. That one I think was 250. Oh, she was bad. But she was hella professional, hella bad, did everything. I couldn't get no photos. I said, can I just get a picture of your backside? No face. Nope. No picture, no video. So it's only in my head, man. Sorry. No, like your ass was showing anyway. So that was and that ended up being the only chick I smashed in Sao Paulo when I went to that casa with them. But when we left that casa, we did 2 more casas, and I didn't really hit nothing at the other casas. I was just there, just chilling, because one of the casas was actually a bar. It was a cool ass bar, a dive bar, and they had rooms downstairs where you could take some chicks downstairs and smash for like 100 hayites. Shit's just crazy. That shit is just lit, man. They got it. They got it however you want to have it, man. They got it however you want to have it in Sao Paulo, man. It's a big city. It's a metropolis city. There's no beach. It's a big city that's spread out. But in that big city, it's casas everywhere. And you still got that website to trap off the website. So basically, that's what it's going to be in Sao Paulo. You're going to trap off the website, the escort website. You're going to go to 50 billion million casas all over the city. When you go to Rio, Rio has some of the clubs. They got the Dos Vita. They got Villa Mimosa. They got 4x4. They got Termas. They got the beach. So when you go to Rio, Rio has more nightlife attractions. But in Sao Paulo, claim to fame is going to be the casas. It's going to be the Termas. When you're in Sao Paulo, you're going to mess with the casas or the website. When you go to Rio, you're going to hit up the night spots and the casas and the beach and the website. That's a big difference. That being said, my last night in Rio, we was gonna go back to Villa Mimosa, but it was my last night. I paid $130 for that room. That room was dope, though. You seen the video? That room was dope. $130. I just did $50 a night for 6 nights, $300. This one night was $130. That's almost like 3 nights at an apartment. So I said, you know what? I want to bring something cool back to the apartment. I want to. Hey, man, let's be real. I had that balcony. I'm trying to smash something on the balcony, man. I'm on the 8th floor. Can't nobody look up, but we can look down. So I'm trying, I'm not, because when we went to Villa Mimosa on that Wednesday, dude, we stayed till like 4:30. I got back at 5 in the morning.
Right.
It was lit, though. It was lit. But I said, I'm not trying to pay $130 and be out to 4, 5 in the morning and get back right before breakfast. If I'm going to pay $130, I want to utilize the room. It's a fly spot. So I don't want to go up to Villa Mimosa. If we go to Villa Mimosa, we're going to stay up there. So we right here on the beach. As you saw, we literally right on the beach. We're down the street from Dos Vita. And it's a Friday night. So I said, you know what? Tonight, we hitting Dos Vita. I'm coming back in January. By the way, I'm doing a Brazil trip in January. And I'm gonna do about 3 weeks. I'm gonna do 3 weeks in January. I'm gonna do like January 11th to February 1st. So I'm gonna do 3 weeks in January. And I plan
to go right there.
Huh?
I said that'll be dope, man.
Yeah, so I plan to go back in January anyway. But I said that Villa Mimosa, you only can have so much of it, right? But this is my last night. Let's just hit up Dos Vita. So we went to Dos Vita Friday night. It was cool, but some differences, right? When I went in January, it was lesser. It was lesser this time. COVID shit, I don't know. It was still cool, but it wasn't packed like it was when I went. And when I went in January, I went a couple of nights in January. This time, it was a lot lesser females in there, but it was still cool. So I ended up pulling something out of Dos Vita that night. This tall chick, this tall Afro Brazilian chick, tall, kind of slender, with a juicy booty. I sent you a video. I mean, picture. I don't know if you're gonna show it. So I pulled her out the
I can't show the pictures, man.
Man.
You gonna get me locked up.
Look at you, man. Look at you. Yeah. So Dos Vita Friday night. I'm there. Robert Brazil. We there at Dos Vita. It's cool. It's not like it was like in January, but it's still cool. So one of the best things in there was this tall chick. She had to be about 6 feet, 5'11". Chocolate brown skin, Afro-Colombian, tall, kind of slender, with a big booty that's little too big for her body. Right in my alley. She was just dancing. She was just doing the most. She knew she was hot. So Bossellini, I went for it.
She was hot like this chick right here.
She was better, bro. She's way better. So the negotiation, man, check it out. I was going to get it for the win. She talking 200 Hayites for 2 hours. I'm like, what? Normally that's going to be 1 hour, especially Dos Vita. So when you go to Dos Vita, it's going to be a little bit upcharge, right?
You get 500 Hayites. You get 500 Hayites for $100.
You can get hit like that in Dos Vita.
No, I'm talking about the rate. The rate. What's the rate?
Yeah, what's the rate? Average is in Dos Vita. It's going to be 3. It's going to be 3, 4, 5.
I'm talking about what's the USD to Hayite?
Okay, I didn't told you 50 times, man. It's 5 to 1. So it's 5 to 1. So yeah. So 500 Hayites, Hayites, reals, whatever, is 100. I told you 5 to 1.
Right.
Now, when I went in January, it was 4-1. Now it's 5-1. It's 5-1. 500 Hayites is 100 US.
So
5-1.
200 AI is like $40, something like that.
40.
45.
Right. Because
Yeah.
because 5 is 1, 50 is 10. Look at OG Perry. 5 is 1, 50 is 10, 500 is 100. It goes by multiple of fives. 5. So 5 is 1. So 500 is 100. 50 is 10. So 200, so like 250 will be 50. 250 is 50, but 200 is like 40, right?
Right.
So 200 is like 40. So she said 200 for 2 hours. Now you can expect in those Vita could hit for 500 for 1 hour. Normally it's going to be about 300 for it's going to be 300 for 1 hour. She said 200 for 2 hours. But she was feeling your boy, man. She was feeling your boy. I had the Wakanda chain on. You know what I'm saying? I got that verbiage, you know what I'm saying? I got that Boss Oakland style, you know what I'm saying? So maybe she was trying to give your boy some love. I don't know. 200 for 2 hours. So I'm on the phone. She speaks a little bit of English, but I'm still on the phone. Again, when it gets to negotiation, I won't shit on the phone, man. A lot of good to do me sometimes. So I said, okay, 202 hours, hell of a deal. That's what's up. Shout out to Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
While I'm talking about migrant. So, you know, I hit it with the BBJ. Because the other thing too, with that price being a little cheap, the price being a little cheap, and as hot as she was, I still want my services. I'll pay extra for what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm cheap, but I want what I want. It don't do me no good to be cheap and I'm not satisfied. So I don't care if you give it to me for a cheap price. Give me what I want. So I'm pushing the BBBJ, and I probably pushed it too hard. She probably gonna give me BBBJ anyway. But she saw how I pushed the BBJ, so now she jumped it up from 200 to 300. I'm like, wow. But yeah, she looked better than that.
Oh man.
I walked that same street. So it went. So basically, it went from 200 to 300, but we talking 2 hours, which is a win. Because normally it's 300 for an hour. It's 300 for an hour. She said 200 for 2 hours. Okay, fine. 300 for 2 hours with the BBJ. I'm still Gucci. I'm in the game. 300 2 hours. So in those Vita though, I gotta say this, and I think I said this in last time on my last Brazil when I did with you when I got into an argument with them. I was ready for it this time. Yes, you do have to bar fine out of those Vita. Weak as hell. It's only 50
Really?
Hayites, right? Oh, you didn't know
I
that?
didn't do that
Yeah,
though.
you got a bar fine. Yeah, you
Oh
don't remember.
yeah. You're right.
You don't
They
remember
do hit
because
you when you leave. Yeah,
right.
that's it, man.
Because when I did my other video with you, I talked about how I got into it with them behind that. Because see, they don't tell you though. That's the only thing. Again,
Nah,
not
they
to
don't tell you.
not to revisit that, but you
They give
know,
you
they
that
sign
little
you
card and shit.
card because as you know, maybe some of your listeners don't know, when you go in there, they give you a drink card. Everything is on a card. So when you
Right.
pay, when you order drinks, there's no money right then and there. Everything is on a card. Everything is on a card, and they run it up. And when you leave on exit, they check out your card. Whatever's on your card, you got to pay. And sometimes they can. Ooh, I like that. Sometimes they can put an extra drink on your card or two if you're not paying
Oh
attention.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like that card shit, man.
Yeah, so everything is on the card. So what happened was when I pulled the last trip, when I pulled the chick, I'm leaving with the chick. I'm paying for my stuff, and it's too much more. I said, "What's that?" Oh, well, you're taking her out. And see, they didn't tell me nothing from nothing. I'm just now hearing this right now, and you know, Big Boss. I said, "What you mean?" I'm saying, "You got that right. I'm taking her out." Well, you got to pay. I said, "What sign? What sign is I got to pay?" So mind you, I just came from Thailand, right? Now
Right.
I'm just not finding about bar. You know, I didn't know about this bar fine shit because you don't really bar fine in DR Sasua. But I got accustomed to the bar fine from Thailand, the go-go bars.
Right.
So I said that. So I said, so you guys are bar fining
I mean,
for
they
real?
do that in different clubs in the DR though.
Oh, for real? Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it's some, but
you're right.
it'll be huh?
Well, I know they do that. I know they do that for casas because that happened to me my last DR trip when I was in Boca Chica. I went to a casa in Boca Chica and I smashed a chick in a casa, but then I also bar finder. And yeah, they had a heavy ass bar, but I had her for overnight though. No, but here, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Normally with the bar
Don't
find,
trip though.
this is normally how the bar find work. If from my understanding, you pay the bar, you don't pay the chick. Whatever you pay the chick is like a tip. So if it's a whatever it is, so like basically, I'm not supposed to say this, but if what it is, the bar acts like a pimp in a way. They the middleman.
Right.
They the middleman pimp. You pay the bar, you don't pay the chick. She has to go with the flow. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna give her something. You're gonna give her something for her pocket, right? But
Right.
the chunk of the money goes to the bar. You pay the bar, you take her. But what Rio want to do, you pay the bar and you pay the chick. So that's why I was tripping. I said, hold on. I negotiated a price. If I'd have known that, nigga, I'd have took that money out of her money. Now she don't want that, but I don't give a fuck. So how it is, I negotiate a price with her and I gotta pay you. Who the fuck is you? You the pimp or something?
Pimp.
So I went bad. It was crazy, but that was my last trip in January. Okay. The reform big boss. So this time around, I was ready for the bullshit. And the only reason I was ready to knock 50 off whatever she said, but she gave me so player price, I didn't want to knock 50 off 300 for 2 hours. First it was 200 for 2 hours. But then she jumped it up 300 for 2 hours, BBJ, and I wasn't gonna knock it down. Well, give me 250. Now, okay, fine. 300 because you want good service. You don't want her in her feelings. If you talk her down too much, you're not going to get the same service because she's going to be in her feelings. So 300 for 2 hours. Fine. Plus the 50. Anyway, all of that, I do that. I get her out of there. We
They
get back.
say Flint DR got you.
Flint DR is tough. I don't know. Flint DR is tough.
I guess they were talking about who the funniest.
Well, I don't try to be funny though. Big Boss, the funniest man on the shit. Right on. Shout out. But I don't try to be funny. I'm just real. I'm the realest. I'll take that title. Big Boss is the realest. I don't try to be funny. Sometimes real shit do be funny though, right? Life is funny. But I'm not a ha-ha joke. I'm not a ha-ha joke. I'm real.
You on that raw meat? You ain't on that raw meat. How many girls you hit raw on this trip?
Technically one. Technically 1, 2, 1. Let's say one. the official.
You hit one. You hit one raw that knew about it. The other one didn't know you hit a raw.
Hey man, it was. Hey man, necessary evil.
They about took the rub out shit.
Yeah. So I take the chick back to the hotel, right? Had I been in the apartment that was there all week with that crazy weirdo pervy old man who's still cool, and I'll probably fuck one on my next trip, even though he ain't got no goddamn safe. I go to this fancy apartment that's $130 a night, but the thing is this: the chick didn't have ID. I'm like, wow, are you serious? As good as you look, as tall as you are, you're not 6 feet tall, you're professional looking, you're sexy as hell, you dress to a T. How the hell you ain't got no ID? Dude, the hotel was not fucking with
it. Or something.
Right. The hotel was not fucking with it. And she was like, her thing was like, well, because she's kind of classy, right? She said, I actually dated guys that stayed in here before. I've been here before. This ain't the first time. She said, you should have my because I guess what they do, they photocopy IDs. She said, matter of fact, I was here not too long ago. You should have my ID. And then the dude was like on some hater shit. Well, bottom line, you gotta have your ID every time you come. So even though they were talking Portuguese, I knew what the fuck they was talking about.
Right.
So they going back and forth in Portuguese. So then the man said, excuse me, sir. So this is what I say. I said, what? She ain't got no ID? He said, you speak Portuguese? I said, no, but I know this bullshit. I've been doing this long enough. I bring a chick into a hotel. She's arguing back and forth with the hotel worker. You only could be talking about one thing. And I didn't see her pull out no ID. She ain't pulled out no ID, and you guys arguing back and forth. What, she ain't got no ID? He said, yes, exactly. I said, oh my God. I said, bro, look at her. This woman is down there 6 foot tall. A model. Does she look underage to you? It's not about that, sir. And she speak English.
That's true though. I mean, they trying to make sure they ain't got
Right,
nobody in their
right, right.
hotel. They want to know who coming in and who going out.
Yeah,
If
no,
something happened to you, they got a record. You know what I'm saying? But
I guess. And she speak English, so she turned to me. She said, my love, I've been here before. They had my ID before. After they got a copy of it. So I don't know why you acting like this. I'm like, wow. But I'm like, I'll get on it, right? In my old man thing. And you supposed to be working. You supposed to be professional on your job. If you come out to work, how come you ain't got no ID? You know, some of your people, some of your clients might stay in a place that require ID. And Rio be on, like you said, Rio be on bullshit anyway. Half the spots in Rio ain't chica friendly anyway. So Rio be on some bullshit.
right.
Fuck that. I've been on raw dog shit.
So man, where do you rate Rio as far as like the places you've been? You've been in Thailand, DR, Colombia.
Oh, number
What do
two.
you?
Easy.
So what's number one? Thailand.
Yes, number one, Thailand. Number one.
Overall service and everything.
Overall. Not the actual women per se, right? I mean, you got to take a hit somewhere. Everything is apples and oranges, right? Everything is a pro or con. You have to slide the scale. Yeah, so the women are cool. The women are cool enough. They do the job. But the overall everything in Thailand, it makes it number one. Women-wise, Brazil is some of the baddest in the world. But I'll say this: Colombian women are bad. They are bad. But I just didn't have a good experience in Medellin. But for me personally, the chicks that's closest to me would probably be Dominican Republic, because they basically sisters who speak Spanish. You know,
Right.
especially the Dominicans. They're light skin. They light skin, high yellow, red bones, honey color, with big booties, pretty face, big booties that speak Spanish and bad attitudes. So for me, I feel the closest to the DR chicks. But some of the baddest chicks in the world are Brazilians and your Venezuelans and your Colombians. But if you say from overall service, it has to be Thailand. Thailand number one. People just not trying to take that long ass flight, and I get it. And who knows? Maybe that long ass flight is keeping it from being fucked up.
That's true.
Oh, I will, especially when I get my Spanish up and my Portuguese up. Exactly. But and again, I say this: I'm a monger. I'm a fucking monger, so I can't speak for everybody else. When I travel, I monger, and I don't have long trips normally. Goals is to get my life in order, to get my job situation, to get my money stream coming in a different kind of way where I can take 30-day trips, 45-day trips, 60, 90-day trips, 6 month trips. When I'm somewhere for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, I don't have time to wine and dine and do a matrix date on a regular chick that I pick up at a waitress or working in a mall or something like that, walking down the street. I need to get it in right in there.
What you think about dudes when they say they got mains overseas and stuff like that? What's your thoughts on that, man?
God bless them. Well, you know what? But here's the thing, right? Everybody's situation is different. If you've been going to that country, you had your passport since 1999, 2006. You've been going there 10, 15 years. You up in age. You're in your 40s, your 50s. You've been traveling 10, 15 years. You speak the language. You go 3, 4, 5 times a year. You might have a main situation. But if you like a lot of these cats as weekend warriors that fly down for 5 or 6 days, once, twice a year, you talk about a man, get the fuck out of here. Now you on some Flint DR shit. So there can be.
Somebody go get Flint DR, man. You shoot fireworks at that man.
Whatever, bro. There can be situations, right? I mean, I get that. You can be situations where that is applicable. But just to be talking about you got a main, just because you travel to the country, you got a main, get the fuck out of here. But to each his own, yeah, whatever.
Okay, he's saying having a main is not the same as having a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what, you can have a girlfriend overseas?
Yeah, you can.
I guess you can, but man.
Yeah, again, but not all things are created equal. It depends on the situation. Everybody's situation is different. Some motherfuckers can speak the language. Some motherfuckers have been going down there for 10, 15 years. Some people take a trip every other month. They stay down there.
I can see if you do that.
So
You
in
don't
their
have that once a month or once every other month.
right, I know
I
guys
give
like
it to you.
I got guys in my group like that. So the way I speak on it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think everything is monolithic, one size fits all. Certain situations, something might make sense. But in another situation, it make no kind of motherfucking sense. You just doing it because you know your mind frame, you want to be a simp. Thailand hands down number one for this brother. Here too. Where you DR? Where? Here. Where's here? America? Yeah, they got things in America, but the mind frame fucked up. I said that before. I said that before on other platforms. They got bad bitches in Las Vegas. They got bad bitches in Miami.
Right.
I'm from Cali. They got bad bitches in Hollywood.
When you gonna
America
go
got
down?
bad bitches.
What about Mexico, man?
But we ain't talking about just because she's physically bad with an ass and hips and titties. It ain't about that, bro. It's about the mind frame, bro. It's about, do you gotta take her out on 50 dates? It's about, is she in this feminism shit? Do you gotta, bow down, you know what I'm saying? Because she's on the feminist shit, on this Me Too movement shit. You gotta go on 50 dates, you gotta get her permission, all the shit. So, but if you talk about women, Las Vegas got women. So that's why, miss me with that shit. I mean, the whole thing is experience. We traveling to get what we want up out these bitches.
Right.
9 you're not going to get that out here unless you really balling. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But back to what I'm saying, with all these little things you throwing up. Thank you for everybody being interactive with the what's the name and you throwing questions. I'm in the middle of a story. So in this story, the chick don't have no fucking ID. I'm like, oh my God. So this motherfucker, the hotel dude was like, well, sir, there's a hotel down the street, blah, blah, blah. You don't need ID. I said, what the fuck? Nigga, I'm paying you $130 a night. Nigga, I'm telling you, you better override that shit. I probably should have slipped him some money. Now I think about it, I should have slipped him some money. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't work. But I didn't think that. My mind frame just went to another way, kind of combative when he hit me with that bullshit. I'm like, dude, I'm paying you $130 a night. This woman is down there 6 feet tall. Does she look like she's like 15, 16 years old? Okay, she don't have, and she say she came here before. You supposed to have ID on file. I don't know, but dude, it's not that serious. Dude, we talking, it's like 2, 3 in the morning. Ain't nobody here. Dude, it's not that serious, bro. Let this one go. He wouldn't for the life of him. So he said, well, like I said, it's a place down the street. So I turned to her. So I said, well, it ain't going to be free. He said, of course not. I said, oh my God. So how much is this place? Well, it's only like 100 rails, 100 hayites. I said, God damn. Now, so I told her some real shit. I tell her, she can speak English, but I tell her and I type it. When I do business, I type the shit. Fuck that.
Right. Well, that's her fault. She didn't have the ID.
Right.
I would cut her ass loose.
I should have. I tell her and I type. I said, look, that 100 is coming out your money. So we back to 200. And I want my same service. So just like she was going to give me 200 for 2 hours, then the BBJ made it 300 for 2 hours. Now we back to 200 for 2 hours and my same service.
Right. So you went to the spot.
And I looked her right in her face. I said, and we ain't that far. At this point, we not that far from the spot. Or I cut you loose. Right now, I already paid 50 rails to get her out. But at that point, I was going to chalk up to 50, which is $10. 50 is 10. Or we call it no harm, no foul. I'll go right back to the spot and I get somebody else. She said, okay. I said, okay. I said, all right, man, give me the spot. So he calls a taxi cab. We get in the cab. Now I'm still kind of hot. I slammed the taxi cab door. I guess I slammed it. The taxi dude, he has a problem. He said, oh, hell no. He gets out the taxi cab and walk around. And I bounce out. I said, what's up? I walk right up in the taxi cab's face. Because he gets out and walk around. I bounce out. I said, what's up? I get right up in his face. And then so the hotel dude get between us. He said, I'm not going to take him. I said, fuck you, dude. I wasn't going to call you anyway. He called you. Maybe you was fucking homeboy. He called you. Nigga, I do Uber anyway. And I said,
Uber, man. Uber is cheap as fuck.
Exactly.
It's like $2 to get from one side to the
dude, I wore Uber out, dude. I wore Uber out. But I only did it because dude called him, because it probably was his friend, right? And I guess he told him where to go. So, whatever. I was gonna do it. But so then I said, fuck you, I'm gonna do Uber anyway. And he said, fuck you. I said, fuck you. Now I just trolled him, right? I said, Uber everywhere. I started singing a song. I said, Uber everywhere.
Uber everywhere.
I got two groups. You know I got two groups now, right? I got a group called
Yeah, I
Brazil.
heard you got a Brazil group, and then you got Real Talk, Big Boss, Real Talk.
Yeah. Real Talk. I got Real Talk, and I got Brazil Talk.
Right.
But so I said, "Fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna do Uber anyway." So he speeds off. So now Uber come. So Uber come. This time I don't slam the door. So we in the car, but I'm fuming though. Big Boss set up his own currency. So we roll into the West. Matter of fact, talking about currency, man. What's your super chats looking like? These motherfuckers paying? They're paying for a story.
Hey man, I
Man,
ain't
get the
mad
money
at him,
out,
man.
man. This game ain't free, man. Big Boss cost, man. I'm a superstar on here. But so we in a taxi. Well, we in an Uber. We go to the spot. I guess it's not the spot. So we get out. We go to the place. I said, all right. I'm still fuming. I'm pulling my money. He said, oh, that'll be 200 real. I said, 200? I look at I said, I thought it was 100. At that point, dude, I was done.
The hotel, the
Yeah,
little room you in.
Yeah, the secondary hotel we went to. The main hotel dude said it was
I ain't gonna lie. When she pulled that little stunt at the hotel, I done went home to my room. I done went to sleep, nigga.
No. $130. I ain't going to sleep for $130. Okay, but on some other shit, right?
I'm talking about when you couldn't get in your room with the chick. I'd have been like, hey, I'll holler at you.
No, right. But you know what I would have did for that?
Unless I really, really wanted some that night, you know.
No, fuck that. I was gonna get something. No, you know what I would have did? I would have just went back. I went back to Dos Vita. Now, mind you, our hotel was down the street from Dos Vita. I didn't need a taxi, but she's wearing high heels and shit. And I'm not trying to be cheap. I'm not trying to walk her like 3 or 4 blocks in high heels where she could be all sweaty and shit. She's gonna hop in the shower anyway. So we hop in a taxi and we there like that. The hotel was literally like 3 or 4 blocks from Dos Vita, which is lit. So my thing was, I'm gonna walk right back to Dos Vita. Now I'm gonna feel away because bitch, I just paid 50 reals to bar fine you, so I wasted 50 reals because your ass ain't got no ID. But I'm gonna chalk up the 50. I'm gonna chalk up 50 reals. So that's what I would have did. Oh, and I didn't tell you, I had a chick before we went to the club off the internet website.
Shit is bullshit, right?
Don't be desperate. Don't be desperate for donation, boss. It's a bad look. Well, it's not going to me. I'm not desperate. First of all, I'm talking about for my man. I'm talking about support my man. My man had me on here. Don't be cheap. That's what you don't do.
It always be the ones that never donated, always talking shit about the money. And you know, I had somebody say, call me out on the live and shit. Like, yo, you always asking for donation. Like, motherfucker, this ain't. Y'all gotta remember, YouTube is a part-time job for me.
Right.
For people that do YouTube,
you know what? But you know what though?
Part-time job. It's the same people support all the time. It's very rarely new people support.
You know what? You know what? That's one reason why I don't do it. For shit like this. That's so you gonna get pieces and snippets of Big Boss on this man's channel. Because shit like that. Because the mind frame of black
people work, man. I mean,
because the mind frames, a nigga like that detective nigga, because niggas like him is why you get snippets of Big Boss. So you know what I'm saying. So, but I'm saying I'm saying support my man. This ain't my channel. I'm saying support my man. You on here, you listening to me, support my man. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, trolls are going to be trolls. Back to what I'm saying. So we at the room, right? Oh, so I had a chick before the club, a youngster too. Oh, she was nice. She had ID, obviously, because that hotel wasn't gonna let her up. A youngster, I think she might have been like 20, something like that. And she said she had like a 4-year-old kid. I said, ooh, and then that's how they do it.
Oh, now you saying it's a joke.
Yeah, of course. It's always a joke when Big Boss puts you to the mat. I had the same thing happen in my chats, bro. Even in my groups. When I come at them, oh man, I was joking. Nigga, I'm not a joke though. You a joke. I'm not a joke. Oh, I was joking. Okay, whatever. But I had a chick, she was a nice little youngster. I sent you that picture too. That's the one that was bent over the bathtub. And, you know, I sent you that picture, but you're not trying to show it. I get it.
Nah, I can't do that, man.
And by
Shout
the
out
way,
to Sugar Skull, man. He said, laugh my ass off. Cheap motherfuckers. Roll the film tape. Roll the motherfucking tape. I definitely want to go to Brazil already. Got the Duolingo Portuguese on lock.
yeah,
Moonwalk it out.
that's what's
Yeah,
up.
man. Like I say, man, you know, this is the thing about it, man. I try to bring people information, man. You know, on my channel, I know a lot of channels just want to show y'all females and that's it. Or they just want to talk about bullshit. But I do try to bring y'all information so when you do go to Rio, you can look at this video. Now you know you don't need a visa.
Right.
Now you know a spot to go to. You know what clubs to go to. We gave you some videos. Big Boss gave you some of his experiences, what to do, what not to do. Just different things, man. Because the first thing people do
What
when they go
airport
to travel is they look at videos,
the name of the health insurance and how much it
health
costs, what
insurance, right?
airport you fly to. I just saved you money right there.
Yeah, and how to beat the airport on the prices. You get
What size
information. It ain't like you ain't getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? You get something out of the video. I'm not telling people, look, if you ain't got it, man, don't give it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling
Then
nobody to break themselves.
But here's the thing, though. If you ain't got it, then just be quiet. We don't need to hear that comment. Just be quiet. Thank you.
Right.
Sit
People be
back,
like, oh, man,
sit
you
in the back
hustling,
row,
man. You hustling.
sit in
I'm
the back
like,
row and be
dude,
quiet.
this is fucking work. Like,
Everybody don't have to say nothing. I have to deal with that in my group. And I had to make an executive decision the other day, and I'll leave it alone at that. People in my group know what I'm talking about. But if that's the case, just be quiet then. If you have nothing nice to say, shut up. Just be
yeah,
quiet.
really, man. Really.
Quiet. Sit in the back of the group. But someone always have to yap and say something. Just be
Right.
quiet.
Right. I mean, and I appreciate everybody joining our live. And like I say, man, you know, just if you supporting, you sharing the videos, you liking the videos, you commenting. Hey, man, if you ain't got money, that's fine, brother. I'm gonna survive. I use this money for my trips, different camera equipments and stuff like that. I'm not a big time YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I'm still small time, but I try to bring y'all good information. I don't go live all the time. If y'all notice, I could do this shit 2 or 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? I try to bring quality shows and quality people, you know what I'm saying, to my shows and tell y'all good stories. I don't try to bore y'all shit. You know, sometimes, you know, a lot of channels may bore y'all and bring y'all bullshit just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Tampa Twan, always supporting. Hit me up, like I said, tomorrow, man. I'll give you all the information I got on Cartagena. You know, the brother going down there.
Okay.
Now, I will say this, Temple. I just saw, shout out to Black Man Travels, my brother Aaron. I just saw in his group, somebody was in Cartagena.
Ghost Town.
And Ghost Town.
I saw it. We all
Oh,
see
yeah, okay, so you know.
And
Yeah.
on WhatsApp, we all see the same shit on WhatsApp.
Right, right. So it's a ghost town out there, man, right now. So only thing I can say is make sure you pregame. And I mean, trust me, you're gonna have some fun, but you may not get all the perks when you go there. But
until it build back up, it's gonna build up. They just opened up. It's gonna build up.
Right, right. So only thing I can say is you can maybe wait. You know what I'm saying? Is that I am all way in the group, man? What's going on, man? I hope that ain't no.
That's what's up. Shout
I
out.
hope that ain't no clone, man. That's the real I am Mawa, man. I love the video. Right? Yeah, he got some dope videos on Africa right now.
Okay.
And he's showing his village, the stuff where he grew up. He got a video with his grandfather and all that. It's dope, man. Make sure y'all check him out, man. I mean, that man almost had 200,000 subscribers, man. I salute him. Yeah, man. I mean, think about it, man. He came from this village to now he's a big time YouTuber, man. That's a blessing, man.
That's dope.
And like I said earlier, YouTube is a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This shit, some people do be on YouTube for fun, in which I enjoy what I do. I wouldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? But it is a job. I'm a small time YouTuber. Like I am Mawa, he may make money off views, but I don't make money off views because I don't get enough.
You don't get enough traffic.
Yeah. But you know, it's cool, man. But shout out to I Am Marwa, man. That dude is a good dude, man. I like that dude, man. I like his story. I like his vibe, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
everything. Shout out to Melvin Riddle. I'm gonna check that. I don't get the notifications on the PayPal, but I'm gonna check it out. But I'm gonna give you a shout out right now. And like I say, it be the same people supporting.
Right.
But you know, it's like some people being here for months and they don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't tripping though.
I mean, it's
You
good.
know,
It's
but
cool.
don't come on here making a
Right.
comment talking
And they
about,
go, hey,
yo, this nigga trying to get some money. Like, motherfucker, when you go to your job, don't you try to get some money? But this is a job, man. You know what I'm
what's 99
saying?
cents? What's $1?
Man, I'm
And
trying to tell you, man.
my thing is respect, and my thing is like it's not even an actual thing, right? It's like the thinking behind shit. It's like the intention. It's like the heart is playing, right? Like I don't even care about the actual thing, but it's like what energy you coming from.
Right.
It's like why would you think to say that to me? You know what I'm saying? What mind frame is you in to even come at me and say something like that? That's where I come at. So people be like, "Bulls, you overreact." All they said, what? But fuck, I don't care about the words they said. Niggas, that energy behind it.
Right.
It's the energy behind what you said to me, of all people.
All right, shout out to Melvin Riddle again. And let me pay some bills. Shout out to K. Dot something for the collection plate. Appreciate you, man. Another shout out to Capricorn. After this live, I may do Brazil instead.
Do it, man. It's
Salute
dope.
the big boss.
It's dope.
If you're gonna go pretty soon, yeah, I recommend you go ahead on to Brazil because Brazil look like they doing a little more than Colombia right now. Now Medellin, that's a little different. I think Medellin is kind of picking up quicker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta realize Cartagena is a tourist city for Colombians too. It's mainly Colombians and different people from different parts of South America that go there. You got Brazilian people, you got different people that go there, Spanish people that go there for vacationing. So the tourist thing is big, but it's not. I mean, as far as American tourists and the mongers, it's not as big as you think. So that part of it might be real slow right now because people starting to trickle into Colombia and everything.
But you got a trip. You got a trip. Brazil opened up earlier. I think right on. DR was first with July 1st, and then down there a month later, August 1st was Brazil. And now Colombia just opened up like it was towards Big Boss trolling him. I personally donated before low key after he recovered from the COVID, but I was bugging with Mr. Open. All right, right on. It's all good.
Well, hey, appreciate that donation, brother. Appreciate it and everything you done or whatever, low key.
It's all
but
good.
at the same time, man, I get this sometimes when I go live.
Anyway.
So sometimes I have to defend it. You know.
Yeah, I always defend myself.
I don't know when you joking or you ain't joking.
Right. I'm a mind reader now, though. I'm a mind reader, and when I call you out, now you joking. But if I don't say nothing, you will let it sit like it is. It is sit like it is for everybody to ha. But when I say something, now you joking, and I'm a mind reader, so I got to handle it like I see it. But it's all good. It's all love. You can't fight the internet. I wasn't trying to fight the internet. I'm just saying what I got to say. It's all good.
Man, I got people been watching my channel since I started, and they never donated. But you know what? I appreciate them because they always support. They share the videos. They like the videos.
Exactly. That's what's up,
man. And that promotes my channel.
Right.
So it ain't all about money, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that, man, I got people. I'm gonna tell you, man. I got some of the best supporters, man. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because like he said, when I was sick, man, I had people calling me and helping me with stuff, donate. You know what I'm saying? Really looking out for me more than family, man. So even though my channel is not big as some of these YouTubers, you know, I feel like I get more love than some of these big YouTubers because, I mean, you know, at least I can connect with the people. Just like Dreezy say sometimes, he'd rather have 35 travelers that support him than, 10,000 that don't even really don't rock with them. You know what I'm saying?
And always
So,
got
but hey, I appreciate you, brother. Like I said, we ain't trying to just go at your head, but we're gonna let you know though, it's a time when and Big Boss is like the big brother, big uncle. He gonna call you out.
you know it.
Bullshit, and
You
that's
know
just
it.
how it's gonna be. You
You
know what I'm
know it.
saying? So it is what it is. I'm not taking it personal.
You poking the bear right there. And
Right,
then
right.
and then get
Now we on some
like,
other shit.
no, there ain't no other shit. So the shit I'm on, or you should get what the hell? What was that?
He said
Oh,
150 for your efforts, but I don't know what he's talking about.
I thought that was your what's the name? Nah, so the conclude the story. So we get to the hotel. Dude say 200. I said 200. Hey, so now we back at $40. But so what? I don't give a fuck. Again, like I say, I'm principle. Big Boss is about principle. You got me fucked up. I said now I was going to do the 100, and even then the 100 came out her money. So really it's the same. The only difference is a little bit of time, the little tiny bit of taxi, and I can't be in my room for $130. But it's the same. He said 200. I said, you know what? I turned to her. I said, you know what? This is it. I'm gonna eat the 50 rail, the 50 whatever. Hey, that's whatever. I'm good. I'm gonna take my ass back to the club. Matter of fact, I was gonna call the youngster chick who I had just before. She wanted to come back for the Lolo. She had such a good time, dude. I smashed her on the balcony, overlooking the beach before I went to the club. So when I went to the club, I was cool. When I went to the club, I'm fresh off the youngster. I'm fresh off the youngster when I went to the club. I wasn't really tripping. Now I still got to take something back home because it was $130 a night. But
Right.
I smashed the youngster.
Hold on. Let me give this brother a shout out. This is what I'm talking about. When I say ain't all about money, this man's hit me up and personally helped coaching me through my sickness with diabetes, helping me reverse my diabetes. You know what I'm saying? And he's a testimony of people really supporting you. Support ain't always money. It's like being a father. You can give your kid all kind of money and they won't respect you.
Right, they
You know
blow
what
it
I'm
up.
saying? So money ain't everything, but this guy take time out of his day to show me exactly how he reverses diabetes. Now I'm off of insulin,
Wow.
pills now, you know, and I'm working towards getting off of the pills and completely reversing my diabetes. And he calls me and check on me, and I never met this brother in my life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But he said, man, when I saw you sick, man, I felt some type of way, man, and I knew the struggles you was going through. I just want to help you with it, man. So I appreciate what you did for me. You know what I'm saying? The words of encouragement. Different people was calling me and shit. Like I said, man, it's just, and then I had a brother hit me up, and he was like, man, Big Boss, he was like, man, I shed a tear. He said, man, Cass was saying you died. He said, man, I shed a tear that day. Because, it was a rumor going on that I died, right?
I
That's
didn't. I
what the
didn't.
internet do. Yeah, that's what Cass was saying. I died and shit.
Wow.
So, this cat hit me out like, yo, man, you really touched me, man. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate watching your shows and stuff like that. You like, man, you like a part of my weekly routine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's why I try to put out positive stuff, man. I know sometimes y'all take my kindness for weakness, you know what I'm saying? But I can't go there, you know what I mean? But trust me, when I get on camera, I
At the
try to show you my
ATL.
best side, and a lot of people take that shit for weakness, man. But, like I said, I ain't no tough guy, but I can't hold my own down, you know what I'm saying? So don't take this shit, don't take this YouTube shit granted. I mean, don't take it. Don't. I mean, it's just like when my brother Ace, he talks about that shit all the time. He like, yo, when I get on YouTube, motherfuckers be thinking like, I ain't from the hood or I ain't, because when you come on YouTube, man, you try to be positive, just like you said earlier, Big Ball. Fuck that. I mean, we could be the same way, but we try to represent ourselves how brothers should act when they go out of town, or you know what I'm saying? We try to
Take
show
both
brothers
sides.
sometimes you can
Take
diffuse
both sides.
situation.
They
Yeah,
have
man.
they have you, and they have me. It takes both sides. We work together.
Right. So, man, that's what I'm telling brothers. Like, man, y'all have to humble yourselves, man, when y'all going out of town and represent, man, because you representing the brothers that come behind you, man. You going out of town, acting stupid, acting the fool out there. People take notes, man. And then the next time a brother come, they gonna treat them bad, man. So
Or
anyhow, I'm preaching now.
with more respect. That goes
Reverend
both
Rich, you
ways.
know what I'm saying?
That goes both ways.
Right, right,
I hear that goes both ways.
right. But
I'll go
anyhow,
out,
man, I
I'll
appreciate
go out there and
y'all.
act a certain way, and then I come back because it already it happened in DR. Because that's the only place I go to multiple times. They see me come with the Wakanda chain. They just remember me. Oh, that's a crazy green. That's right. So it goes both ways. People gonna do to you what you let them do to you, but it takes all types. We need a lot. We need a lot of yous. We got enough big bosses. We need more yous. But there's always gonna be a big boss in the mix, and I got your back.
Right. But I mean, it just, man, it's so many trolls, man. It's so many trolls and so much bullshit going on in the travel community right now, man.
It is.
And a lot of these niggas ain't travelers. They just go on trips.
And that's why they talking.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why
motherfuckers, they making us all look bad with this
got too much
bullshit.
time on their hands. They going back and forth to work, sitting at home, talking shit.
Niggas ain't, so many motherfuckers ain't even traveling nowhere.
You ain't on the flight. You ain't on the flight. You're not on the beach. You're not out and about. You're not laid up in the air conditioned room somewhere. You going back and forth to work and you talking shit. You talking shit about niggas who doing shit and trying to show you shit.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man. You say I'm the most underrated YouTube channel.
You are.
Hey, man. Appreciate that, man. That's, salute to that, man. I mean, like I say, I don't think I have the best channel, man. But I just try, when I do try to go live and do shows, I try to do stuff that's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I had. I try to focus on. I try to focus on shit like that, man. When I first started this shit, it was a little different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I always been positive, but I have to work on myself. We all had to work on ourselves, man. So, but anyhow, salute to you, big boss, man. We're going almost 3 hours, man. Any last words you want to tell the people on some traveling?
It ain't no last words. I'm gonna finish the story. That's the last word.
Finish the story then.
I'm gonna finish the story.
Finish the story, then give your last word, boss.
There you go. So with the story, like I said, so talking about 200 reais. I said, man, I'm not. I said, you know what? Good. At this point, fine. I paid 50 to get you out the club, 50 reais, $10, whatever. I'm going back. Matter of fact, at this point, I was going to basically call the young chick I just had over. She wanted to come back over. So she followed me. I walk out. She followed me out. No. Okay. So, okay. I know another place that really is 100 reais. How come we don't go there first? That's what the dude said. He said, I didn't say this place. The dude at the hotel said this place. He said 100, and he's wrong. But I know a place that's really 100. I said, bro, okay.
They was trying to cap, man. That's all that was.
I said, that's another taxi. I mean, a taxi is only pennies on the dollars, but then again, it's principle, right? So, no, I'll pay for the taxi. I said, bro, this is it, bro. This is it. If this don't work, fine. It's not that shit. I mean, at this point, it's already more worth than whatever, but now I got to kind of recoup. So a taxi was already there. We hopped in it. It wasn't that far where we went. Of course, I paid for that. She said she's going to pay. I paid for that. But it was like 10 Hayites. So that's $2. No, it's really 12. It was 12 Hayites, but I had 50s and I had 2 5s. I said, dude, I got 10, or I can give you 50. You can break a 50. She gangstered up. She said, nah, just give him 10. I said, you got me cheating him out of 2. He said, don't worry. So I just gave him the 10. It was 12, but I gave him 10. He gave me a look. We walked off. Whatever. Going to the place. It is 100 rails for 2 hours. The sign was on the wall. I said, okay. Paid him 100 Hayites. He gave me the key. We went up to the room. Love Motel. Dude, it's a cardboard fucking box. Cardboard box. I'm tripping, right? Yes, I'm about to smash, and yes, I did smash. But I paid $130 for this fly ass suite. You saw it at the beginning of the video 3 hours ago. At the beginning of the video, I paid $130. Now, yes, I did smash one chick there, that youngster chick off the internet, and I even smashed her on a balcony. But I wanted to smash this chick there. I paid $130, and I had to end up at the end of the night smashing the chick in a cigar of smelling shack room that had a TV on the wall with some porno on it. That was cool. Whatever. So we do what we do. We do what we do. Oh, and so yeah, I did get 2 Raws because after all that, guess what?
She let you
Big,
hit it raw.
Big Boss, you goddamn right. Big Boss, finally, I went raw again. So I had a Raw towards the beginning of my trip. That chick was raw. Gave me hella good head. The only good thing, all that bullshit did actually translate into real good service. She was very apologetic. She was very, because I was heated. I was heated. My whole body, everything. She did her best. She did her best to calm the savage beast, and it mostly worked, more or less. And even then, the only stickler point was at the end of the day, I paid $130 for this fly ass room. I had to end up smashing you in this little cheap ass shit.
So you ain't even break your room in.
Exactly. Thank
You
God I
enjoyed
did.
that balcony by yourself.
Yeah, well, thank God I did. I did get one chick in there. I did get one chick before the club, but I wanted more than that. So afterwards, right? She let me take some pictures and photos. She let me take pictures and photos and videos. Yeah, you know what I mean. She let me take pictures, photos, and videos, some of which I sent you that you're not going to show. And we went our separate ways. Kind of find out, it's funny how all this stuff was still in a central radius. Nothing was really that far. Far being 4 or 5 blocks, I just walked to let off some steam. It's nighttime. You know, it's still hot out there. Even at night, it's hot. I'm relatively safe. Nobody really is going to fuck with Boss too much. I mean, I'm not Superman, but people have to really think about that kind of investment if you want to mess with Boss. So I walk back to the hotel. I get to that fancy hotel down there at 5 in the morning. The very thing I said I didn't want to do, and it's funny, I even said that early in the night. Because that's what happened when we went to Villa Mimosa. We got back around 4:35. So I said, dude, I'm not trying to be out half the night, and I paid $130. I don't want to be out to 5 in the morning. Guess what time I got back? About 5 in the fucking morning. I said, God damn.
What
So
time you had to leave, man?
checkout was 12 noon. And
What time you had to leave for the airport?
So yeah, that's a good thing. My flight was late. So that was cool. My flight didn't leave out to 3 in the afternoon. So my flight left out Rio. It left out at 3. And it's only a 1 hour flight, right? It's a quick flight from between Rio and Sao Paulo. So my
So you
flight,
checked out and went straight to the airport.
yeah. So my flight was 2:50. You might say 3 o'clock. It was 2:55, but you know they like to board. They board down there 30 minutes early, so they board around 2:15. So my flight left around 3, and they got to Rio at 4. And then my flight out wasn't until 9 o'clock. My nigga, I had to stay in the Sao Paulo airport for 5 fucking hours. And that's the only thing I hate about travel. And that was the best I can work it because they had shit worse than that. The best I can work it was to leave Rio at 3, Sao Paulo at 5, and my exit flight was at 9. I'm like, fuck. But but checkout was 12 noon. Checkout 12 noon and breakfast, right? At first, I was gonna skip breakfast, but then I said for $130, I'm gonna eat breakfast. But now that meant I gotta wake up. So I laid down around 4, around 5. I got up around 8:30 because breakfast stops at 9. I had breakfast, went back to my room for like an hour and a half. I literally just sat on the balcony just to soak it in to get my money worth, packed up and left. Loved the trip though. It was still dope. The trip was still dope. Yeah, but that was my very last night. My very last night. Got a chicken Dos Vita. Didn't have no damn ID. Had to end up going to a love motel and smashing this bad chick in a love motel. She didn't have no goddamn ID. So I basically wasted $130. Hell, I could have stayed in that little crazy man's apartment for $50 a night. And those was apartments. So the chicks didn't even need to show nothing because
Why
they
you didn't take her back to the apartment? You already gave up the keys?
Yeah, I gave up the keys earlier that day. I know.
Oh
I
man.
was like, damn, because I was at the apartment for I was there for 7 days. I was at the apartment for 6 days. My very last day, I wanted to step it up. So when
Hey,
I
you
was
should
at
have
the
hit him up. You should have called the old man.
man, when I was at the apartment, I was running them through. They do have security, but they real apartment where people live there. People really live there. But dude also rents them out too. But they real apartment. Dude, I was running chicks in and out. So I said, here it is. I'm at the apartments running chicks in and out. I pay $130 and can't bring a chick in. But because it's high end and it's a hotel, it's more heightened security. So whatever. The ups and downs of travel, right? But it was still dope. Yeah, this is my shirt, man. Wakanda, man. That's right. Got the Killmonger going on.
Let me
Got
give a shout out. Let me
Storm.
give a shout out to Frederick Moore.
Got my man.
Thanks for the live, Richie says. I'll give a shout out to Brian Harley. A little something before I go to Columbia. Shout out to you, man. Make sure you check in with me, man. Let me know what's going on with the trip. Shout out to Jason for a good live, Rich. These Cash App donations. Appreciate that, fellas.
Double entendre. That's right.
Yeah, that's a dope shirt, man. Where you get that shirt from, man?
Yeah, I'm on my old dirty bastard. Sometimes I like it raw. Yeah, you like this? I like this. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it got Black Panther. It got Nick Fury, Sam Jackson, and it got the actual actors. Oh yeah, you saw that? Yeah, yeah. I liked that picture. I liked that picture. So he said like right there, that graffiti was supposed to represent like obviously like the African American, the African Brazilian. So that's why I took that picture in front of that like that. And Obi-Wan is the one that snapped the picture. So that was dope. That was dope. Yeah, but I like this though. It's dope. I like it. I'm showing it all. Showing it all. All the people on there. Where my chat with Bozeman, man? Can't see my chat with Bozeman?
Yeah, I see you, player. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman, man.
Yeah.
That's another real one gone, bro.
Killmonger, Luke Cage, Storm, and they got Halle Berry Storm. I like that. They use real actors, faces. I like that. Yeah.
Where you get that from?
Huh?
Where you get that from, man?
Oh man, you know, internet, nigga. All things online. Shout out, man. He's the king, man. He said, I am not the king of the world. I'm the king of Wakanda. I heard
I think they're still gonna have part 2, man. I think his sister gonna take over from
right.
what they're saying.
Fury or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Fist, man. Black Lives Matter, all this shit. Yeah, man. So it is what it is, bro. So that was your trip. Now we have 3 hours. That was your trip.
Yeah, you should have took her around back.
You took around. Yeah, yes, right. Just smash her in the behind the dumpster, huh?
Right.
How come I didn't think of that? Damn. Well, maybe because I wanted to use my $130 room.
$130 penthouse.
Yeah, for nothing. But again, I did have one chick. I did have one chick up there. That was it. And she wanted to come back to spend the night because she liked the ambiance. And I told her, funny, I told her I was going out with the boys. And she said, I'll wait up. I said, babe, it's going to be like 2, 3 in the morning. Hit me when you get back. So funny, that was in my mind. So when I walked out, when we went to the second place, when we went to the first place that charged me $200, when I walked out, I said, I'm about to call that young chick back. Because at this point, it might have just been, you know, the time is moving on. At this point, it might have been about 2 in the morning, 2:30. So I was about to hit the young chick or just go back to Dos Vita. She said, no. I know another place. I said, how come we didn't go there first then? Well, I didn't say this place. He said this place, but I know a place. So we went there. It was 100. Smash. I got it in, and I got it raw, and she gave me good service. But I wasn't in my room, and I just walked back to my fucking room, went to sleep, woke up, got breakfast, and left. And that concluded my trip. So it kind of, you know what I'm saying? On some real shit, it kind of left not on a high note and to make you feel away. But I got to be honest, the whole trip was dope, bro. I love it, man. And it's the up and downs of travel. That's why I talk real. I tell you my good and my bad. A lot of people don't tell you they bad. I tell you my good and my bad.
Hey, you're right about that.
I'm the realest from Oakland, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's always some bad in the trip, man.
Always.
There's something going on.
There's always going to be something. But, you know, my thing is this. As long as you don't get your passport stolen, as long as you don't get beat up and mugged or drugged, As long as you don't go get locked up in a third world jail dealing with police, as long as you can make it back on a flight, then you kind of winning. Because when you go overseas, it always could be worse. Even if you have kind of a bad trip, it's always levels to the shit. It's levels to the shit, right? It always could be worse. So if you didn't get your hotel room or your room ran through, ramshack, you didn't lose your passport, you didn't get arrested by third world police and had to bribe them like a G or two American money, and you can make it back on the plane. It is what it is in these countries, man. So you gotta take the good with the bad. And boss always bust it up. And I'm gonna fight for myself, and I'll fight for you. If you travel with me, you
Well,
get a
I'm just glad.
built-in bodyguard. You get a
Hey,
built-in bodyguard.
I'm just glad you ain't never got into no fight overseas. Bro.
I don't get it. I don't take shit. So it is what it is, man. It's all good. I love you, man.
I'm glad you ain't get into no fights, bro.
I'm glad too. I mean, I go to fuck. I don't go to fight.
Right.
But I'm always ready to fucking fight.
Damn right. Hold on. Let me do a close up. Show them what you about, boy. Go ahead.
Oh, what?
Boss is always ready for a fight.
Always ready for a fight. This is what it is, man. This is what it is. I'm always ready for a fight. Shout out to
Blade
the black
on
people.
now. Got Blade on now.
Yo, you see Blade?
Luke Cage.
That's the Wesley Snipes Blade. That's a Baby Jordan Killmonger. That's Holly Berry Storm.
Damn, well, hold up. Where the hell the Black Panther at? On top on the...
It's right here. It's kind of hard doing it on an angle on this thing. He's right here.
Where the Black Panther at? Where?
Damn, right here.
There
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
they should have had him in the middle.
They got War Machine, Don Cheadle, War Machine, and Mackie, Falcon.
Spider-Man dude on the bottom. That little black dude.
Yeah,
at the bottom. At the bottom.
War Machine, Don Cheadle, Mackie as the Falcon, and they got what's his name? Morales, the Black Spider-Man, young one, Morales. Yeah, they got Black Panther right here, man. Yeah, and then they got Sam L. Jackson.
He's dropping dimes on you right here, boy. So you got
yeah. Got an argument. Oh yeah, the bouncers. No, and the manager at Hong Kong. I got an argument. I said, you got me fucked up. And that was cartel shit. And I told them to their face. I said, y'all know about cartel, gang, but guess what? You got me fucked up. I told them that in TJ. Yeah,
all right, man. You don't want to fuck. That's one country. You don't want to fuck around.
It is. I'm big boss. I'm big boss wherever I go.
Fuck.
I'm big boss wherever I go. I told him. Cause I know that's cartel. I said, I know this is cartel shit. I said, but you know what? You got me fucked up. They looked at me like I was crazy. I looked at them back. And guess what? They apologized.
Right.
I'm big boss. I'm not no joke. I'm not your joke. No ha-ha joke. We can laugh together. But you're not going to laugh at me. At my expense. I'm not your joke. So it is what it is, man. It's all love, baby. Baby.
Big boss forever. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. Any last words you want to say to the people, man?
Hey, man. Stack your chips for these trips and pull triggers. Tomorrow's not promised. Even the president called.
Well, they dropping dimes on you for real now.
Huh?
Boss had one to place story.
Almost get into a fight with a homeboy over a chica who. Oh yeah.
I remember that story too.
That's my first Brazil trip.
You know him? You know who this is, David?
Nah. I probably seen him. I don't know everybody by name. You want to use hide the avatar?
She said something fly to you, right?
Huh?
She said something real fly to you. You went off on her.
Told me to shut up because I'm trying to tell the taxi driver where to go. She in the back seat talking over me, but she's talking Portuguese, right? And she is talking Portuguese, but she gonna tell me to shut up. I turned around and I said, bitch. I call her a bitch. I did it in my too short voice. Bitch, you don't tell me to shut up. You're a fucking puta. I'm fucking paying for the cab. I'm sitting in the front seat.
And he started protecting the chica.
Yeah, because that was his shit. We ain't gotta say no names. And he was drunk. He was drunk that night. As a matter of fact, he was so drunk, I had to help. We was in sync. I had to help him into the cab. So I know he was drunk. That's why I wasn't going to be no fight. I wasn't worried about it. I let him mouth off. So it's good.
Hey man, so why bros be be trying to get at other bros over some shit they just met in the streets, man?
Yeah, but that's my little brother. We won't say names. People that know the situation, they know it. If you don't, you don't. That's my little brother. Me and him. Matter of fact, that same dude we talking about, I hit him up before this trip. He shout out to him. He shot me about 10 contacts of chick. I didn't hit one of them. I mean, but
I'm just talking in general, like why dudes be trying to they'll
It's that
try to
mind frame.
fight dudes and
It's that matrix mind frame. They got to get out that shit, bro. We in a whole nother ass country. We got to stick together. Them motherfuckers stick together. Even if they don't like each other, when it comes to an American, especially us because of Trump or whatever, or Bush, when it comes to Americans, they stick together against us. We got to stick together. Fuck that hoe. First of all, that's a bitch. And she's selling pussy. That's a bitch selling pussy. She's a puta. She's a whore. First of all, bros before hoes. Second of all, nigga, we in a whole nother country. Nigga, we got to close ranks. We got to close ranks, nigga. The fuck wrong with you? But in that situation, my boy was drunk. He was drunk. I had to help him into the cab. So I know he was drunk talking. That's why I let him mouth off. It's all good. It wasn't gonna be nothing. But in general, yeah, niggas gotta get that shit. They gotta get back on code. They gotta get in order. That shit, a lot of shit is ridiculous. But everybody moves different when they travel. I get it. It's good. I'll set them straight. That's what I'm here for.
right.
Big boss
All
set them
right,
straight.
good night to everybody, man. Check y'all out. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a show tomorrow. I'm not sure. But I got some little things coming up, hopefully. Yeah, anyhow, man, I definitely see y'all Sunday with Drees, Sunday night. And peace to everybody that's in there, man. It's still 100 people in the live, man. That was great, man.
That's what's up. That's what it's about. Keep this shit lit. Anytime, Rich. Anytime, reach out, man. I know I ain't been fucking with you in a while. Just reach out, man. You know, fuck
Right.
these trolls. Fuck these trolls, man. So
Oh no, I ain't worrying about it, man. I ain't losing no sleep, man.
Let's keep it lit. Atlanta and Oakland. Man. We got it. That's right. Peace.
Milano the travel boy, he won't even do no show with me no more, man. Started this shit, man.
He got big. He big time. He big time,
He
man.
don't even fuck with me no more, man.
He big time. Shout out to Milanos.
Milano, man, hit me up, man. When we gonna do a show, man? Milano a funny dude, boy. That dude, man, he hella funny now.
Right.
But all right, peace out, man. We'll be on here all night if I don't hang up.